It's too late. Rat would have been a great thumbnail. So that's going to get you some crates, Tanner. Yeah, it should be in that black basket behind the counter. All right, so let's see what's going on here. I can show that stuff because that's all that's left. Those are very important. I got that Jeremy Ives for Pearl Jam No Code. Okay. All righty. Here we go. Lord, did he process this much vintage stuff today? Goodness gracious. Oh, well, he was here Sunday, too. So, okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's get to the Facebook feed and get it shared. Finally made it to start time. Well, we're starting an hour late, though, so technically you're late. But not really. Let's get to the Facebook. What's in that? Is that the box sets I just said were sold? That's already sold. Okay, we got a head start on sales tonight because I posted 3 flip videos. That's what I was doing. I was tagging them because I was going to see what was left and count my Rush box sets because I have a feeling when everybody sees that my microphone sounds really scratchy. All right, let me swap them out. Let me turn this one off. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see how this sounds, Craig. Thank you for the tech support, as always. Craig, your gift is going to go out this week. I found it again last night, and I'm like, dang, I still hadn't sent Craig his gift. There's a whole lot of records. Let's get this shared here and here. And let's go over here. And I need to copy that link and paste it in this post I made. Did I turn off comments for that? What's going on? There we go. All right, there's that. Okay. Let me do chat, restream chat. All right. Get my water. All righty. I think we're ready to go. So last night I went, if you walked in the store today, like even for me, who's here every day, it looked different. And that's because I moved a lot of crates around. I condensed and emptied like 20 crates of new vinyl. I did a lot of condensing. And that's what I was doing last night. So with that being said, I've compiled some really good crates that's just here on the table. So I'll go through whatever crate is here on the table first to make room for the next crate. Tanner's pricing our only bin of new vinyl. Invoices did go out today. If you haven't got one, then I guess, have you sent all of them? Okay, so if you hadn't got an invoice, Michelle will let us know and we'll get you one. Josh sends out a lot of invoices manually, and just sometimes not everybody gets one, just like not every record gets tagged so correctly. And we do some corrections and fixing problems on Mondays. So we that's what we do usually on Mondays. So yeah, send us a message if you don't get an invoice by the end of the day. And Mondays, give it till the end of the day for sure. And then we'll sometimes they go out late on Sunday too. All right, let me go through this crate of new vinyl. We have, let me lay this up here. We have Coldplay Ghost Stories. Coldplay, if you don't have this one in their discography, this is Ghost Stories, $31.99. So tonight, I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 crates of new vintage arrivals. I've got some on-sale new vinyl. I've got Japanese, and I've got new vinyl. And we're going to go back through new vinyl from weeks prior, and then eventually we'll do some 50% off. We're going to do this 6 nights in a row this week. Tonight, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. 6 nights this week. We're going to be doing the same agenda. Aerosmith Pump, $36.99. Aerosmith Pump, $36.99. Anything you're buying tonight won't be invoiced until March 20th, which is a week from today. So anything you claim today, anything in the group all week, anything you win at auction, anything you message us, it will go on your next invoice. Chicago's Greatest Hits, $31.99. Can't believe no one's grabbed these yet. Make Me Smile, Call on Me. I've been searching so long, just you and me. Those are $31.99. Adele 25. Adele 25 is $29.99. That is Adele 25. Blues Traveler, Travelers and Thieves, $49.99. That's a 2LP new and sealed. This is all new and sealed vinyl. Recap of some stuff that's just laying around here on the table. Black Label Society, Doom Crew, $39.99. What I was saying earlier is I've redone our bins, especially over here on this side. I know y'all really can't see it, but I've got entire pockets of just albums we've got multiple copies of, like Hootie and the Blowfish and Nirvana Unplugged and Cowboys from Hell and Days of the New and Billy Squier, Don't Say No. And after redoing our bins, I was able to really make, I think, the store look a lot better. So hopefully y'all will see that soon. I may even roll the card over there and show you what I'm talking about. Forrest Gump soundtrack is $36.99. Chris Farrar, first on Chicago. And I'm going to get Japanese auction started sooner than later. Chris Farrar, first sale of the night and first sale of the week, not counting the flip crates I posted early this morning. Boy, I'd never been here this late. When I was here, Seth got here at 7:30, and I talked to him until 9, and then till 9 when John got here, and then I talked to John for an hour. Then Doug got here at 10, and I finally got out of here a little after 10 o'clock, and I was like, man, I've never been here this late. Like the second shift was showing up. I'm telling y'all, CollectCo is 24 hours a day. Led Zeppelin 3, $31.99. Led Zeppelin 3, $31.99. Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army, $36.99. $36.99 for Greta Van Fleet. Now Dance the 80s. I think a couple people have messaged the page. I was getting this one confused with the 90s movie. We've had a couple 80s and 90s things last week. This is Now Dance the 80s, which is a triple LP red vinyl compilation of 80s dance songs remixes, as in the remixes, some of the remixes they did from the 80s. That's maybe our last one. That's $59.99. 2 copies of Puddle of Mud, Come Clean. Puddle of Mud is $44.99. Dave Matthews Band live at Red Rocks. That is $119.99 live at Red Rocks. And Peter Policino, I think we've already got we've already got that pulled for him. I think Josh has already pulled that for him. Exodus, last copy, $59.99. Another Lesson in Violence, limited edition 1,000 on yellow and black marbled vinyl. I think we got one of these left. I think we've had 2 people message the store and say they want that. Crash Test Dummies, God Shuffled His Feet, $36.99 for Crash Test Dummies. Got 3 of those left. Screaming Trees was $48.99. Uncle Anesthesia. Kanye West, this one was College Dropout, $36.99. $36.99. There's the very long track list for the 80s Dance Collected, or 80s, now that's what I call 80s Dance. System of a Down, steal this album. System of a Down is $36.99. And Cake, Prolonging the Magic. Cake is $31.99. Prolonging the Magic from Cake, $31.99. John Mintzmoyer wants Exodus. So that was just a quick recap, get the show started. That was some new vinyl. I think we've been through those several times now. We have Cake, System of a Down, Kanye West, Screaming Trees, Crash Test Dummy, Dave Matthews Band, Puddle of Mud, Now Dance the 80s, Greta Van Fleet, Led Zeppelin, Forrest Gump, Black Label Society, Blues Traveler, Adele, Chicago, Aerosmith, and Coldplay. Daylight Savings Time. I know it's weird, isn't it? See, it feels like it should be 7:09, right? If we should have just been getting started, but we're now like an hour forwards. So, okay, let's go through a crate of new check condition stuff John has got ready for us. I hadn't talked to him in like a week, and I told him kind of some of the stuff I think y'all been looking for and some of the stuff the market is curious about right now. So let's go through this bin of check condition new vintage arrivals. Check condition new arrivals. Sorry we started late. You know, Mondays are usually optional. We don't have really any inventory to do a coin and knife sale. We probably could have, but we got plenty of inventory to do a record sale. So Mondays are usually optional, and most people don't know we do Monday night sales. So if you're watching, kind of consider yourself fortunate, because might not be a lot of people know we're really having a sale tonight, because usually they're used to Tuesday through Saturday. But I figured if y'all see notifications, y'all know we're on anyway. We have more of the monkeys by the monkeys. Our check condition stuff, I will tell you the grade, as in this is a VG copy, and it's $9.99. So that's the grade. We have VG records in here, VG Plus and EX, and that was in ascending order. VG will probably be the lowest grade record you see, and it goes up from there. They've all still been cleaned. We've put them in a new sleeve for you. This one even has a new anti-static in it. I think that was from the person we bought it from. But that's how our check condition stuff works, if you're not familiar with that. Electric Light Orchestra's Greatest Hits, that is $14.99. There's not a check condition note on this one. I don't really think it is. I think this is we'll call it VG Plus or EX just to be on the safe side in case I'm missing something, but he might have forgot to mark that one. But that's ELO's Greatest Hits, $14.99. Blondie the Hunter, EX copy, $27.99. Blondie the Hunter, Blondie. That's $27.99. Led Zeppelin is $59.99. This is a EX copy. It's a 1973 Richmond press. 73 Richmond press should mean OG. This is Sterling, Robert Ludwood mastering. Nice EX copy. Not pristine, but not bad whatsoever. Led Zeppelin 3. That's $59.99. In Excess to Swing, VG Plus $19.99 for In Excess to Swing. That's a VG Plus $19.99. Tracy Miller first on the Electric Light Orchestra's Greatest Hits. Those never stay around too long. Tommy Two-Tone, VG Plus $19.99. This has 8675309 on it. The Police in Yetta Mandata, EX copy, $22.99. EX, when you pull it out, it's going to be a very clean copy. It probably has one unfortunate scuff, or more than one scuff keeping it from being where we wouldn't even put it in check condition. But we like to know, you want to know what you're buying, obviously. So we sometimes mark stuff EX, even though it probably could be borderline. Sounds to Make You Shiver, EX $29.99. Sounds to Make You Shiver. These are always totally destroyed. You may have one mint and be lucky. These are usually worn out because it was a kid's record. That one's not bad, $29.99. Something New, The Beatles. This is $44.99, an EX copy, stereo. Something New, The Beatles. This is a 1964 EX copy, $44.99. Jeff McIntosh on Buck. Was that something I've missed? Or maybe there's something in here I don't see. Sherry Darnell wants Tommy T, which was Tommy Two-Tone. We'll sell that. Jeff, did I see it? Did you see a Buck Owens album that appeared and I didn't see it? Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. This is an EX copy for $17.99. Eye in the Sky is an EX copy, $17.99. And another Alan Parsons Project, Pyramid, also $17.99 EX copy. Alan Parsons, Walt Disney, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, VG Plus $19.99. Walt Disney, Story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, VG Plus $19.99. The Boomtown Rats, The Fine Art of Surfacing, EX copy $17.99. Susie Breedlove wants the Disney record. That's Snow White. And Michelle was second. Condition label on the Something New. Condition and label on the Something New. This is the label. And we have it graded EX. We have that graded EX, John. It has a couple of scuffs on it, no feelers. And the jacket's not bad. You can tell it's toned a little bit. It's not a pure white cover there on the back or on the front, but there's no seam splits or anything. That's $44.99. Okay, Michelle, you were second on that. I do have two new auctions over here. Well, this will be our first auctions of the night. Rat, Out of the Cellar. This is a VG Plus copy. Rat, this is going to be a $35 start. Out of the Cellar. The vinyl is VG Plus. Nice VG Plus cover. Rat's a $35 start. And Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. This is VG, which like I've told you before, these are usually kind of beat up. This isn't bad. It's not pristine. Of course, we've sold pristine ones for north of 100 quite often. I'm going to start this one at $20. It's a playable copy. It's VG. It's going to have probably some light noise and occasional pop. I hadn't really test played it, but this is still, John has it as a gatefold. It has the original Motown inner sleeve, and I believe that is a 1970. That's a $20 start on Marvin Gaye. Tough record to get right now in any grade for some reason. But not only that, mint ones, I just don't see them. I think we've had one truly that I would grade near mint and say and stand by it, but not. I don't think I've had one since that one. The Foundations is EX 1799. The Foundations is EX 1799. Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going. This is a VG copy for $9.99. Cinderella is $38.99. $38.99 for Cinderella. That's a music on vinyl pressing. New copy. The Monkees is VG Plus $14.99. $14.99 for the Monkees' first album. VG Plus $14.99. Idris Muhammad, Power of Soul. A VG copy for $39.99. Idris Muhammad, VG copy $39.99. High bid on Marvin Gaye right now is $31. Kevin Scott's going to take the Cinderella, and high bid on Rat is $40. We had Rat 37, Rat 40, Rat 38, and then Marvin Gaye 20, 20, 25, 25, 28, 30, 27, 31, 32. Herbie Hancock, Sunlight, EX $49.99 for Herbie Hancock Sunlight, EX $49.99. Kansas, The Point of No Return. This is also EX $17.99, The Point of No Return. We have who? Les Rhymes Digitals, Dark Dancer maybe? VG Plus $39.99. VG Plus $39. Les Rhymes Digitales. Digitales. Dark Dancer. And that's a VG Plus $39.99. Marvin Gaye's at $35. And that's the high bid right now of Carol Puckett. And Rat's at $40 with Jared. The Police, Ghost in the Machine. The Police, Ghost in the Machine is $19.99. Ghost in the Machine, VG Plus $19.99. Styx, Pieces of 8 is EX copy, $17.99. Pieces of 8. And we have The Circle of Love, Steve Miller Band. This is EX $17.99. Circle of Love, EX $17.99. Harry Nilsson, Nilsson Aerial Ballet, VG copy $14.99. And ELO Out of the Blue, ELO Out of the Blue, EX copy $32.99. Let's see if I see any bonus materials with it. I'm not seeing anything, just 2 inner sleeves, $32.99 on ELO Out of the Blue. That's a 2LP comp. Chris Farrar wants Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. Sell that to Chris Ferrara. We have Dawn of the Dickies. Dawn of the Dickies. That's a VG copy, $24.99. Gary Samuels first on the Harry Nilsson. And I'm going to do a final call on our 2 auctions. We have a VG copy of What's Going On Marvin Gaye, going twice, going 3 times the Carol Puckett for $35. And we have a Rat Out of the Cellar VG Plus copy, going twice, going 3 times the Jared Benoit. Final call on those 2. The Beatles 65 is an EX copy, $44.99 from 1964. Beatles 65. Beatles 65. There's a good look at the label, just in case John Young's eyes is on the screen right now. Beatles 65, that is $44.99. And the Beatles 6, this is an EX copy, $34.99. This is in mono. The Beatles 6 is in mono, EX copy. That doesn't look too bad at all, $34.99. We got a new bid on Rad at $42. Marvin Gaye, Midnight Love, VG Plus $19.99. Speaking of Marvin Gaye, there's Midnight Love, VG Plus $19.99. The Monkees, Instant Replay. Instant Replay is a VG Plus $29.99. VG Plus $29.99. The Roots of Lightning Hopkins. The Roots of Lightning Hopkins is a VG Plus $49.99. That's a 1965 mono. The Roots of Lightning Hopkins. VG Plus $49.99. Man on the Moon, narrated by Walter Cronkite. CBS News, VG Plus $19.99. That's a cool record. All right, there has been no other bids on Marvin Gaye. So that's sold to Carol Puckett for $35. Rat's now at $42 and Jared's out. So now we do a final call on Rat at $42. So there's the final call on that. And Robert Johnson was first to the Roots of Lightning Hopkins. For our other blues buyers, you just missed out. I'm about to sell Rat. Not before I go through these titles one more time. Nigel wants the Monkees' first album. Let's go ahead and pull that for Nigel Del Rocket. Let's pull that for Nigel. And let me go through this crate one more time. I'm just going to read titles. If you need any prices, let me know, because we've already been through these once. More of the Monkees, that's their second album. Blondie the Hunter, House is the Holy, Led Zeppelin, In Excess the Kick, or excuse me, In Excess the Swing, not the Kick. The Police and Yetta Mandata, these are all check condition copies. Sounds to Make You Shiver, Pyramid, Alan Parsons Project, Boomtown Rats, Something New, The Beatles, The Foundations, Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going, Idris Muhammad, Herbie Hancock, Kansas, Point of No Return, Les Rhymes, The Police, Ghost in the Machine, Styx, Pieces of Eight, Steve Miller Band, Circle of Love, ELO, Out of the Blue, Dawn of the Dickies, Beatles 65, Beatles 6, Marvin Gaye, Midnight Love, The Monkees, Instant Replay, and Man on the Moon. Those are all still available if anybody wants it. Now we can call Rat sold. That is sold for $42. Alan, the how much for a bundle on Idris and Herbie. If you're buying both of these, I'll do 45 and 35. 45 and 35 on those, if you're taking both. That's $10 off. That's like free shipping, plus a few extra dollars on your order. Let me know if you decide you want those. Is that crate of new vinyl? But I guess I hadn't really pulled anything yet. Let me see what is in there. Is this it here? Let me see. I can't really remember what might be. Yeah. Maybe those corns but yeah, that's some pretty good stuff. We got some couple surprise restocks on some stuff. So, okay. I'm going to show y'all what's left. I posted several flip videos in the group, and we have the remaining leftovers of one. And I figured if I showed them live, those that don't watch my videos in the group may want to jump on a couple of these opportunities. So the first records here are all $24.99 from Till This Sticky Note. And there's a couple of like no-brainers if you don't already have them in your collection. Alan, let me know if you want that bundle deal. And John Young, my best price right now on the Beatles 65 would be $39.99. $39.99. Stone Temple Pilots Core. This is the Walmart red vinyl. I think at one time we had 150 of these. I've got 2 left. They're $24.99 red splatter vinyl, Walmart exclusive. We've now had those over a year. I've got 1 copy left of Prince, Sign of the Times, 2 LP. That's just $24.99. That's our last copy. That's been here a year. And this has almost been here a year. This is a Fleetwood Mac Live Unofficial. It's technically Volume 2. It's a 1990 broadcast. Still got some great tracks on it. I mean, for $24.99, you don't get the whole concert, but it's got 15 tracks on it, including Everywhere and Little Lies. I mean, it's the end of the concert, so usually some of the great stuff like Go Your Own Way, You Make Love and Fun, Don't Stop, Go Dust Woman, I Need to Know, Stop Dragging My Heart Around. That's $24.99. I only had 1 copy of Prince left, and that goes to Paul Beal. And like that's the only one I have. So Tanner, that's $24.99 to Paul Beal. I still got 2 Stone Temple Pilots, Fleetwood Mac, and I've got 2 of these left, which is Bill Withers, Just As I Am, a fantastic sounding music on vinyl pressing. Ain't No Sunshine, Grandma's Hands, Sweet Wyoming, Harlem, $24.99. That's my last 2 copies. And I've sold so many of those, I may not order those again for a while. So we'll have people asking for Bill Withers, and I'll be like, I don't have any. Until I'll bring them back eventually, though. James Bragg on the Fleetwood Mac. That's $24.99 to James Bragg. Justin Nethers on a Bill Withers. And John Wilson on a Bill Withers. Make sure you're in our group. We're going to share the link right now. I post this kind of stuff in the group occasionally. Sometimes, at least every week, we do some kind of on-sale crate. I posted 3 this morning. Stuff like this, like half off new vinyl. People's always asking for discounts on new vinyl. I'm like, there's times we do that, and it's not usually just a few dollars off. It's usually like half off or something. So these two also for $24.99 goes to James Bragg and Justin Ethers. Justin Ethers and John Wilson. James Bragg got the Fleetwood Mac. And Edward, you were third. I only have two. Now, the last three records in the crate are $19.99. This is Jinx Weekend. I think Jinx is the name of the album. And Weekend, I don't think that's The Weekend, though. And that is double 45 RPM. We've had this for a while. I don't know if I've really figured out what it is. But that is $19.99. I have one copy left of the best of Ike and Tina Turner on blue and red splatter vinyl. $19.99 for the best of Ike and Tina Turner. That's on splatter vinyl. One copy of that. And then here's another Bill Withers. This one is just $19.99. Bill Withers, and I'm not for sure how this is pronunciated. I don't know if that's Bill Withers and Adjustments or Bill Withers plus Adjustments. I don't really know. I've never heard anybody say it. Never heard it spoken of. But that's just $19.99. That's the other Bill Withers title. How much is STP? Deborah Devaney, this is $24.99. I've got two copies left. $24.99. I've got two copies left. John Wilson was first to Ike and Tina Turner, and Stacy Metternich was second. That one is $19.99. $19.99 for Ike. These Bill Withers are $19.99. Once again, music on vinyl. This is, I've got these only two. These originally were $37.99. Stacy Metternich may be our number one customer, and let me tell you why. We're doing some bookkeeping, and Tanner brought to my attention that Stacy Metternich has more transactions with Coletco than anybody else. Stacy has consistently bought from us. Last year, was that last year? She had an invoice? Right. So Stacy had an invoice with us every week last year. She did not miss an invoice. She is our number one. She buys every week, 52 weeks straight last year. Did not miss an invoice. That's an impressive feat. Stacy, you may get a plaque or some kind of certificate. And then I don't have many box sets left. This is Cat Stevens Back to Earth. Cat Stevens Back to Earth. The list price is $156.99. The cheapest on Amazon was $132.49. Our cheapest price and our best price is $89.99. This is for Cat Stevens Back to Earth. Cat Stevens Back to Earth. She bought, I don't think she misses a sale. Even if she does, she rewatches them. I mean, that is commitment to Coletco. Okay, so what do we have here? We have, I got, let's see. I don't think I've missed anything in there except congratulations comments. So we got Cat Stevens, we have Stone Temple Pilots, we have Jinx, Weekend, and Bill Withers. Those are all still available. Kind of surprised the Bill Withers and Stone Temple Pilots are there. But I'll show them again another night, or actually I'm going to sticker them and put them out here in the store. Okay, let's go through a crate of more new vintage arrivals. Let me see what John's gotten here for us. Let me go through this one. I see some interesting stuff. Wow, some odd Bob Dylan stuff about to be shown. Looks like some boots and some albums we don't get as often. So let me go through this crate. New vintage arrivals. Let's see here. Deborah wants a STP. And can I go over the Cult albums? We have Sonic Temple and we have Electric Peace. They're $39.99 each. Deborah gets a Stone Temple Pilots, and Tanner, that was $24.99. Deborah Devaney, $24.99. One copy left. I got two more full crates of on-sale new vinyl. I don't know if I'll do them tonight. I got to sort them by price to make it a lot easier for y'all and us. If I don't show them tonight, they'll be in the flip. They'll be in a flip video tomorrow morning for y'all. It'll be late tonight for me. So just be on the lookout for those. Make sure you watch those videos. I try to keep them under 3 minutes because I figured in the mornings and y'all's commute, getting ready, whatever, starting your day, you could spend 3 minutes watching a video. But technically, I guess if I post 3 of them, that's 10 minutes. So, okay, ISIS is $19.99. ISIS self-titled, ISIS. The Happenings. The Happenings is $29.99. This is called Cycle on BT Puppy Records. The Happenings, $29.99. Houston Oilers, #1. Houston Oilers, #1. Looks like some kind of football. I don't know. What do we have here? It's $39.99. It's from 1980. Houston Oilers, #1. Let's get a couple new auctions, or let's get our Japanese stuff rolling. Let's do Cheap Trick and Alcatraz. Cheap Trick and Alcatraz. We've got Alcatraz, No Parole from Rock and Roll. Very cool. Japanese pressing. This is going to be a $40 start. Alcatraz, No Parole from Rock and Roll. There's the original insert, and there's the Near Mint and Pristine, LP, Polydor, Alcatraz. That's a $40 start. That's a $40 start. And we have Cheap Trick, Heaven Tonight. Cheap Trick, Heaven Tonight. This is going to be a $45 start. Exceptionally nice copy. Exceptionally nice copy. Orange Epic label, Near Mint Pristine vinyl. There's the original anti-static inner sleeve it came with. There's the Japanese insert. And there is Heaven Tonight. All right, so there's the Houston Oilers record. So those are $40 and $45 starts. Nicolette Larson, Radio Land. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99 for Nicolette Larson's. Leo Kottke, Chewing Pine, $19.99. I've never seen that one before by Leo Kottke. Leon Redbone, Double Time, $19.99 for Leon Redbone, Double Time. Carole King, Welcome Home, $14.99 for Carole King, Welcome Home. Very clean looking record. Status Quo, Rockin' All Over the World, $19.99. Kevin Willis on Leo Kottke. That's sold to Kevin. Let me find that for Kevin. There it is right there. And we have The Pretenders Extended Play. The Pretenders EP Extended Play, which has 5 songs on it. $19.99. ABC, The Lexicon of Love. That is $19.99. ABC, The Lexicon of Love. I think that's one a lot of people look for. $19.99 on that one. Gary Lewis and the Playboys, Golden Greats. $14.99 for Gary Lewis and the Playboys. And Bob Dylan, Knocked Out Loaded. This one has the hype sticker on it. $34.99. New 1986 album. Original inner sleeve. Bob Dylan, $34.99. Knocked Out Loaded. Bob Dylan Volume 1. A rare batch of Little White Wonder. This is a 1981 Italian unofficial, $34.99. Another rare batch of Little Wonder, Bob Dylan Volume 2. Another 1981 unofficial. So 3 Dylans there. Chris Ferrara wants Leon Redbone. We're going to pull that for Chris Ferrara. Bob Dylan, A Little Batch of Little White Wonder Volume 3. That's $34.99. So those are 3 different volumes altogether. And let me guess, this is Volume 4. No, this is the best of Bob Dylan. The best of Bob Dylan, a rare batch. So this is the best of the rare batch of Little White Wonder, $34.99. Edward Star Wars on Bob Dylan, Knocked Out Loaded. That's sold to Edward Star Wars. And the Tremolos, $29.99. What a nice looking record in shrink wrap. This one's called Suddenly You Love Me, and this is pristine. This looks extremely nice. The Tremolos. I don't think I've ever had that one. Suddenly You Love Me in shrink wrap, $29.99. Seasons of Light, Laura Nyro in concert. That is $19.99. Seasons of Light, Laura Nyro in concert. In the Wind, Jackie DeShannon in shrink wrap, $14.99. Jackie DeShannon. Got some cool 60s stuff in here tonight. Not Carlos Santana. This is Frank Sinatra and Antonio Carlos Jobim. Frank Sinatra custom label in shrink wrap, $19.99, and a Sinatra, A Man and His Music. This is a 1965 sealed copy, $39.99. A 1965 sealed copy, $39.99. So back-to-back Sinatras there. They're both very nice. Edward was first. Melinda, you're second. Let me know which ones y'all want. Alcatraz is a $40 buy it now if anybody wants it. Alcatraz, no parole from rock and roll. This is a buy it now for $40 if anybody wants it. Now's the time for you to claim that. And same thing for Cheap Trick Heaven Tonight. This is a $45 buy it now if anybody wants it. Edward gets both Frank Sinatras. He's first. He wants the one with Jobin and the sealed one. Those are both sold to Edward Star Wars. Melinda, you were second. We have the Shirelles Everest Golden Greats compilation. The Shirelles, $9.99. The Beat. The Beat is $19.99. Appears to be a self-titled record. It is on Columbia. That's $19.99. And here's the man, Dynamic Bobby Bland. Bobby Bland in shrink wrap, $24.99. MCA Records, $24.99. And Pop Blues Volume 7, Pacific Gas and Electric, Wade in the Water. That's $19.99. Let's see what I have over here. Rush Moving Pictures. This is a VG copy, but we hadn't had a vintage copy. We hadn't had a vintage copy in quite some time. We have an original inner sleeve with Rush Moving Pictures. The vinyl is VG Plus. Covers VG Plus. $20 start on that. $20 start on Rush. That is a 1981. Ryan Anderson first on Bobby Bland. Chris Farrar first on The Beat. The Tremolos and Beatles 65 for $49.99. I was at $39.99. That is $40. And then this is $30, $70. John, we are $15 apart. No. Yes, we are $15 apart. Poco, Rose of Cimarron, that's in shrink wrap, $9.99. 10 years after, Going Home, their greatest hits. 10 years after, $19.99, has the live Woodstock performance. Leonard Skinner, Best of the Rest, gold stamp promo, unreleased material. $34.99 for Leonard Skinner, Best of the Rest. Reckless Eric is a 12-inch 1979 UK orange vinyl. That's $14.99. Reckless Eric. Elton John, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Nice vinyl. This has the booklet with it. $24.99. Okay, we have Rush at 20. Rush at 20. Let's see here. Rush is at 22. It is a VG Plus copy. Moving Pictures is up for auction. Clay Morris at 10. And that was 10 years after. And Tanner, that one didn't have a sticker, $19.99. Leo Kottke, Balance. Leo Kottke, $9.99. KC and the Sunshine Band, $19.99. $19.99. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. I'm your boogie man. $19.99. Poco. Now here's one I don't see as often. Poco has 270 million albums. The Songs of Paul Cotton. It's a 1979 white label promo, $19.99. I bet some of y'all don't have that in your Poco collection. That's a white label promo, $19.99. Roy Orbison, Ooby Dooby, $19.99 for Roy Orbison. And the J. Giles Band Showtime, also $19. Boy, John forgot to sticker a bunch of these. He must have been in a hurry. $19.99 for J. Giles Band Showtime. Tommy Flowers, first to Poco. Sherry Darnell, first to KC and the Sunshine Band. High Bet on Rush is $25 of Gary Samuels. JoJo Gunn is $19.99. JoJo Gunn is $19.99. Grace Jones, Island Life. Now, evidently, this pose is impossible to do. A human being cannot pose like this, which it looks like you maybe could be able to, but from what I understand, Tanner, it's impossible to stand like that. Yeah, you cannot. This is like a photoshopped. This is $59.99. Grace Jones, Island Life. Grace Jones, Island Life, $59.99. James Bragg, first to Jay Giles. That was one that also didn't have a sticker, $19.99. Edward Star Wars looks like he was second. And Allen looks like he was third. Spencer Davis Group with their new face on, $29.99. Spencer Davis Group. The Searchers' Greatest Hits. The Searchers' Greatest Hits is $19.99. Bob Seger, Against the Wind, $29.99. Freakin' at the Freaker's Ball, another Shel Silverstein. This is 1999. Small Faces. Ogden's Not Gone Flake. This is Small Faces. And this is $34.99. It looks like there's a label pasted over the label. Looks like that thing got double labeled when it got stamped. $34.99. Leo Kottke, the one that's still in here, Kevin, that was Leo Kottke Balance, $9.99. Eddie Pasir on SS, that was Shel Silverstein. That sold to Eddie Pasir. And Angela Leckington second. We just had another one of those last night. I don't know if I can find it. Angela, let me take down your name because I had another one of those last night, but or 2 nights ago. Kevin Willis does want the Leo Kottke. And Final Call on Rush for $25. This is a repress. Of course, the original was die cut. The original was die cut like the tobacco can. And this is a repress. They actually just reissued this. I didn't order it. I should have ordered at least one, but they actually just reissued that album. I was hoping they would do it like the tobacco can, but they didn't. Bill Haley on the Comets is $14.99. That's a live, recorded live. No, it's not live. It just says recorded in multiple shows. Actually, this is a Sun record. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Bill Haley and the Comets rock on Sun. Interesting. Bill Haley and his Comets, $24.99. Link Ray, Be What You Want To. Link Ray is a 1973 white label promo, $49.99. Very cool. Polydor white label promo. And we have Jeff Beck Truth. Jeff Beck Truth. Repress label, $24.99. Jeff Beck Truth. Gary Samuels gets Rush Moving Pictures for $25. That auction is sold. Roy Orbison, Mystery Girl, is a 1989, $29.99. Edward says, I wanted Grace Jones. Did I miss something? Ah, I did. Not Jay Giles earlier. Edward wanted Grace Jones. The Grace Jones. And then Alan was second. So those are sold. Okay, so Edward got Grace Jones there. The Bill Haley's Son was $14.99. Carl Perkins, Whole Lot of Shakin'. $19.99 for Carl Perkins. Carl Perkins' Greatest Hits, $19.99. And the Everly Brothers, 24 Original Classics, $24.99. Roy Orbison for The Lonely, a Roy Orbison anthology, 1956 to 1965, $24.99. I know, I'm kind of surprised no one got Jeff Beck Truth yet. This has the vocals by Rod Stewart. Shapes of Things, Morning Dew, You Shook Me. I Ain't Superstitious, of course, as featured in many not Quentin Tarantino, but all the mafia movies, like Casino. I think that song's in both Casino and Goodfellas. I Ain't Superstitious. Especially in Casino, when they catch the guy cheating, and they take him back there and smash his hand in with a hammer. What a painful scene to watch. Don't cheat at a casino, right, Seth? Don't cheat at a casino. Truth was $24.99, and it's the repress label. It's the Black Epic, which is a repress. Vinyl is very clean, near mint mice. Cover is about VG+, and that is $24.99. $24.99. Okay, next 2 Japanese auctions. We have the history of Eric Clapton. The history of Eric Clapton. This is a $45 start. This is a 2 LP Japanese press, near mint pristine vinyl. This is essentially a Eric Clapton compilation. Well, that feels like 500 grams. It's a very heavy record. 2 LP. There's the Japanese insert. Great cover, gatefold with Obi. Yeah, all the cream stuff is early, some of his early blue stuff. It even has Layla with Derek and the Dominoes. That is a $45 start. Then we have Elton John's first album, well, kind of, first U.S. album. This is a Japanese press, also a $45 start. Let me show this right now. Pristine Japanese vinyl, Elton John, Elton John. There's the Japanese insert, nice cover. Shows no signs of wear. Gatefold with lyrics. That's a $45 start. Clapton and Elton John, two of my favorites up on the auction block. Carol, I'll do $12 on that Bill Haley if you want it. And we'll sell Jimmy Truth here, Tanner, for $24.99. That's sold to Jimmy Hodgkins. And those are $45 starts. Jared Benoit wants a Colt Electric. I've got two of these. Actually, Jared, they're $3 cheaper than what I said. They're $36.99 for the Colt Electric. The Colt Electric. We're going to tag one of these for Jared. There's one for Jared. Those are sticker, $36.99. There's another one if anybody wants it. It's my last copy for the moment. And now we're going to sell Carol the Sun, Carl Perkins here for $12. Okay. Is the crate of new vinyl ready? Our newest new vinyl? Okay. Tanner says he's got us a crate of new vinyl ready. Let's take a look at it.
Got the pre-orders already stickered.
Okay, pre-orders are already stickered. I will let you know if I see something that's not right. Okay, new vinyl. Let's start off with usually an instant seller, something we never can keep in stock. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Stadium Arcadium, $99.99. 4 LP. This has Danny California on it. I think that's the best Red Hot Chili Pepper song. $99.99. We have two of those. Stadium Arcadium. That is 4 LPs. We only had one of these come in, but I think there's another one in our bin. John Wilson, this is already tagged with your name on it. This is System of a Down, Mesmerize. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. Let me know. Okay. Kanye West. I don't think I've had this one before. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. $49.99. Kanye West. Been selling a couple of his albums here and there. There's another one. The Weezer Blue Album. Here we go. I've got two available. $33.99. Weezer, the Blue Album. I've got Alice Lowry. I've already got you tagged for one. And I've got two more available. This has Buddy Holly on it. What a great song. Weezer. Let me see if I got another one of those Systems of Down right over here for James Bragg. I spent a lot of time going through new vinyl last night. I mean, I flipped through everything 2 or 3 times to try to memorize everything we have. But which one did we just sell? Hypnotize or Mesmerize? Mesmerize. It's not what I thought it was. It's close. I've got Hypnotize. James Bragg, I can put you down for Hypnotize and then put you on a waiting list for Mesmerize. But that's the only one I have. Hypnotize, if you want that one. My bad. Jackson on Elton John at 45. I have not had this Overkill title yet, so get ready for a few comments. This is their first album, Feel the Fire. Overkill, Feel the Fire, $29.99. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those available, and I think I ordered more than that, so I think that's all they sent me. So we're going to tag James Bragg with this one, and we'll put him on a wait list for Mesmerize. But those titles are confusing. DJ Jazzy Jeff with the Fresh Prince, $36.99. It's the guy who played in the iRobot movie, Will Smith, $36.99. I actually listened to this while I was ordering vinyl. I saw that this was in stock, and I streamed it. I streamed it on iTunes. I don't listen to a lot of the original hip-hop stuff, but pretty cool. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, $36.99. A little bit more hardcore hip-hop, I guess you could say, with that. The Essential Chicks, this is the best of the Dixie Chicks, $44.99, 2 LP. The best of the Dixie Chicks, that's $44.99. And Fish, the white tape, silver and white splatter vinyl, $28.99 for Fish, the white tape. And that's on silver and white splatter vinyl, $28.99. Okay, let's see here. Elton John is sold to Jack Suslack for $45. Jack, one of our #1 Elton John buyers, he gets that for $45. Next comment was Joey Garland on Jazzy Jeff. That's sold to Joey Garland. And we have Alan Totten on Fish. Okay, if anybody wants Eric Clapton, it's a $45 buy now. This is the history of Eric Clapton. Great stuff. You're going to miss out on something that has Crossroads on it, and Sunshine of Your Love, and Layla, and it's Clapton. Carol Puckett says, I'll take it. That's sold to Carol Puckett for $45. And Brandon Jackson gets Overkill Brandon Jackson gets Overkill. Ryan Foster, you were second on Eric Clapton. Ryan, I don't know if you've seen it, but could you let me know which Rush box set you want? Let me know if you want the Deluxe or the Super Deluxe. And I'm about to show those live and let everybody know who got one. And that's on the Rush box sets I've got on sale. Those are almost 1 year old. I went ahead and pulled everything in the store that had been here from January, February, March, and April. It filled up 3 bins, and then all of our box sets, which those filled up 2 bins. But we had 3 bins, about 150 records that had been here just 1 year. And we order thousands. So we don't have much new vinyl left over after it's been here a year. It was only 3 crates, and we've already sold a third of it off. So, okay, Brandon Jackson got Overkill. Jared also wants an Overkill. And Ryan wants one of the Super. He wants one of the big boys. Okay. I only have a couple of those left. I'll show them in just a second. I think we'll sell a few live, and we'll probably sell out of them. So there's NWA, there's the Chicks, and this is back in stock. Oasis. What's the story? Morning Glory, $39.99. Oasis, what's the story? Morning Glory. Has Wonderwall on it and Champagne Supernova, $39.99. Here's a restock of the other Dixie Chicks. We had a wait list for David Schroeder. I've got 2 others. This is the Dixie Chicks Fly. The Dixie Chicks Fly, $36.99. $36.99 for the Dixie Chicks Fly, $36.99. James Bragg wants an Oasis. Anybody else, let me know. I think I've got 2. I've already ordered 2 more, and then I was going to take a waiting list. Let's see here. We had Oasis, James Bragg, John Wilson on a Dixie Chicks Fly, Colin Butler on an Oasis. And I know for sure I've already got 2 more on the way. You'll definitely get one this week. Day Mars, I'm going to put your name down. We've already got those for sure on the way. And then I'm probably going to order like 5 or 10 more. That's a really big seller for us. Never can have enough. Around Christmas time, we had 2 people come in wanting a copy for a gift, and we had 1 left, and of course they were out of stock. And Chris Kirkley gets Dixie Chicks Fly. All right, let me put up 2 new Japanese auctions. We're, I think, 2 for 2 right now. We got 2 that hadn't sold and 2 that have. These will definitely sell. This is incredible. Heart and Back to the Future. Put Paul Brothers down on the wait list for Dixie Chicks Fly. Heart, Little Queen. Pristine Japanese pressing. $45 start. I like this album. I like Dreamboat Annie. This one's just as good though. First track is Barracuda. $45 start. Perfect cover. Obi. Truly a top collector grade. Japanese insert. Heart's a $45 start. And Michael Nath, I really didn't get to talk to Josh much, but I saw you had a message come in about that that Nautilus Super Disc. I don't know if Josh found that, but now that I'm replaying my memory, I don't know if I ever pulled that for you. So give me 48 hours to figure that one out unless he already has. Heart is up for bid, and this is always an incredible soundtrack just because of the artwork. I mean, the music's great, but the artwork is incredible with this Obi on here. Back to the Future. Back to the Future. And this is a $65 start. I'll watch you pull it. Okay, then I guess we did. I was about to say, you probably know more about it than we do. $65 start on Back to the Future. Really nice copy. Of course, the vinyl's near mint and pristine. There's the Japanese insert, which sometimes I don't think they fold these correctly. That's the way it should be, I think. It was like this. I don't think that's right. Sometimes these are folded the wrong way. There's that. This is a $65 start. And very, very cool cover. Michael J. Fox there. And the huge Obi on it. That is now up for bid. $65 on that. Okay. Edward wants on the Rush self-titled wait list. Sure. So put Edward Star Wars down for the Rush self-titled waiting list. Hearts at $50. And we're looking for a $65 start on that. Okay. Shania Twain. Self-titled, $33.99. That was her first release. By the way, if you're ever looking for Shania Twain OG albums, they don't exist. She didn't have anything ever come out on vinyl originally, as far as an LP. I think there's some promo 45s, jukebox singles, but maybe 12-inch singles. I don't know if that's true to be not, but there is no Shania Twain OG albums. Just so, you know, a lot of people's like, I don't buy new vinyl, I only buy original stuff. There's some stuff that never was made on vinyl. Shania's one of those artists. We've got 2 copies of Def Leppard's Hysteria. Belinda Daub, I've already got one pulled for you. That will be on this week's invoice. And I've got one other copy. This is Def Leppard Hysteria. 2 LP remaster, $49.99. $49.99. Here's another Shania. This is a much more popular album, The Woman in Me. Diamond certified. That means they sold a lot of copies. 25th anniversary, Shania Twain, The Woman in Me, $36.99, 180 gram remastered. We've got one copy. This is an unofficial on red vinyl, Ace Frehley, Live Into the Night. Ace Frehley, Live Into the Night, $49.99. There's Ace. First track is Rip It Out from his solo album. He's also doing New York Groove, Stranger in a Strange Land, Rocket Ride, Shock Me, Ace Solo. That is $49.99. That's an unofficial red vinyl. I've got one, and I will take a waiting list. If anybody else wants one, they'll be in on this week's order. I know for sure I can get them. Okay, back up to the top. Heart, 52, 55, 55, 57. John Duran wants The Woman in Me. That's Shania Twain. That's sold to John Duran. Heart's at 60. David Tate gets the first Ace, and then we got 2 people on the wait list. Steve Botsford and Darren Wortman. Ace Frehley, Live Into the Night. That is sold to David. Then we'll put Steve and Darren on a waiting list, and Chris Kirkley on The Woman in Me. We got 3 copies of Korn Issues. This one comes and goes out of print. I haven't had it in a couple weeks because they were out, and we finally got a few more in here. Korn Issues, $36.99. I've got 3 of those. Okay, so final call on this crate. Last time going through it. One more time. Red Hot Chili Peppers, $99.99. Stadium Arcadium, Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, $49.99 from Kanye. Weezer, The Blue Album, $33.99. 2 copies of Overkill left, Feel the Fire. We had someone say they believe this is on green vinyl. I cannot confirm that, but everything else they've been re-releasing recently has been. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, $36.99. The Best of the Dixie Chicks, The Essentials, that's $44.99. 2 LP. Shania Twain Self-Titled, $33.99. 1 copy of Hysteria for $49.99. And we've got 2 copies of Korn to Brandon Lack and James Bragg. Korn is sold and sold. High bid on Heart is with Joe Gabriel at $60. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. Overkill's on green splatter vinyl. Okay, so we got another confirmation. So I'm assuming we've got 3 people saying it is. So there you go. Gwen Carl wants a Korn. We're going to sell that to Gwen. Eric S. Overkill is $29.99. $29.99. I'm going to just put the Cult in here. If anybody wants that last copy of Electric Peace, it is $36.99. All right, Joe Gabriel, everybody has set out. He gets Heart for $60. And if anybody wants Back to the Future, it's a $65 buy it now. I think we've auctioned them for more than that before. Back to the Future soundtrack with Obi, complete with insert, $65 start. That'd probably be a good snag if you have your eye locked in on that one. I don't really want to bid, but I'll buy it for $65, Chad. That's maybe what somebody's thinking. Mad Season MOV. I don't think we have any more of the music on vinyl. I think we sold out of those. Those went out of stock, and I think the licensing went over to Sony, back to Sony, who is pressing it at RTI now. Don't hold me to that exact explanation I just gave, because I don't really know what goes on in the music industry. I'm just glad whenever they ship me stuff. However, I think that's what happens. Music on vinyl gets their licenses sometimes expire. And we got another good-looking crate of vintage arrivals here. Billy Idol. Billy's got to go up for auction. This is a really nice copy of Rebel Yell. Really nice copy of Rebel Yell. Vinyl is near mint minus. It has the original inner sleeve. And that is a $25 start. $25 start on Billy Idol, Rebel Yell. Really nice copy. Let's see what's in this crate. Let's see what else is in this crate is what I'm trying to say. Make sure there's nothing in here I want to keep. This record right here is looking awfully nice, but I think I already own one. I'll have to check the vinyl. That's always a cool record. Yeah, this has got some good new vintage arrivals in it. Let's go through these right here. And then I'm going to go through a crate of new vinyl here on the table. But we just went through some new vinyl, so let's go through this first. Jeff Johnson said he'd give 60 on BTTF, which is Back to the Future. Sell that to Jeff Johnson for $60. Fair offer for what I asked for it. We're going to sell that to Jeff for $60. Okay. We sold corn. Eric S., let me know if there's anybody new watching and you want a copy of anything new that we've got multiples of. If you want to bid, if you want to buy it now in this crate, go right ahead. We will recognize you're a first-time buyer, and we will get instructions to you. So if you're watching and you want to make a purchase, go right ahead. Billy Idol 25. Billy Idol 25. Do you have any Alter Bridge or Tremonti? I have never had those, but if it's something you want to message us, something you want us to order, we can get you titles and prices, and we can order that for you. Chad, do you have a copy of Coldplay Rush of Blood? Yes, we do. Yes, we do, because I know one person put one back this week, and we had one left over from last week. Do you have the Mad Season you just mentioned? Yes. Can we pull a copy in the M's Mad Season? I got those in alphabetical order above. Steve Ace was $49.99, and we're bidding on Billy Idol right now. I'll let that one run for a second. We have a crate of new vintage arrivals. The Firm is $29.99. Jimmy Page, Paul Rogers, fantastic album. $29.99 for The Firm. Pure Prairie League, Bustin' Out. I'll take one of those, Seth. Thank you so much. Orange, original orange label, Pure Prairie League, Bustin' Out. This has Amy on it. This entire side, too, is amazing, by the way. $22.99. What's that? I've never disagreed that the Dixie Chicks doesn't sell. I just said I'm just not a fan. Dean Martin, Dream with Dean, $9.99. We got this group chat where we all send song recommendations, usually rock, like Metallica and stuff we discover. And then Seth sends all this country stuff all the time. Dixie Chicks and Shania Twain. And I finally had to rename the group to Rock Suggestions Only. I'm not interested in hearing Dixie Chick songs. I want to hear something that's going to blow my mind. Here is Mad Season Above. Mad Season Above is $44.99. If anybody wants them, now's the time. Pressed at RTI, they're a lot cheaper than the. They're actually now $10 cheaper than the music on vinyl pressings. Mad Season Above. If anybody wants one, comment Mad Season, $44.99. $44.99. Okay. Well, let's put down Allison Campbell for a Coldplay. That's somewhere in one of these bins, but we do have it. High bet on Billy Idol was $38. Michelle said out. First claim, Brandon Jackson wants The Firm. Billy Idol, $39. I do have Days of the New. Days of the New is $49.99. I have it. Craig Rutherford on Pure Prairie League. And Jimmy Hodgkins on Dean Martin, I believe. Delano? Is that another alias for Dean Martin? That's sold to Jimmy Hodgkins. You haven't fired Seth yet. Not tonight. Chris Farrar was second on Dean Martin, if that's what Jimmy wanted. Greg says he'll take a Mad Season. That's sold to Greg, $44.99. Edward said sold on Days of the New. Before I walk over here and grab a Days of the New, Billy Idol, high bid, Fred Carnell at $39. Rebel Yell, near mint copy. Let me go get that. Let me go get one of that. One of that is Tanner, a Days of the New. Days of the New is $49.99. I have over 50 copies in stock, I think. Somewhere plus or minus 10. $49.99. Okay. Autocorrect somehow. Okay, you got Dean Martin. Final call on Billy Idol. Coldplay was in the first crate. Rush of Blood? I don't think so, but I'll check. No, that was a Coldplay, but it wasn't that album. It wasn't that album. Welcome to My World, Dean Martin, $9.99. Welcome to My World, Dean Martin, $9.99. Deep Purple Machine Head. This is $34.99. It's a later pressing. It's a later pressing. Very nice, though. Smoke on the Water. That's a classic album. Hope everybody has that one. Give Me Some Lovin', Spencer Davis Group. What is this? Looks like a compilation. Has Keep On Running on it. Give Me Some Lovin'. Somebody Help Me. I Can't Stand It. $19.99. That's a Spencer Davis compilation. Overkill was $29.99. The Ruddles. Meet the Ruddles. $19.99 for the Ruddles. Meet the Ruddles. And Ricky Lee Jones, the magazine in shrink wrap with hype sticker, $19.99 for Ricky Lee Jones. Eddie Lockjaw Davis, $19.99. Final call on Billy Idol. Fred Carnell has that for $39. Final call. Final call. Tony Shore first on the Deep Purple. That's so did Tony Shore. That's not Deep Purple. This is Deep Purple. And Michael Nath on Lockjaw. Allison Campbell, we have located your Coldplay. That's sold to Allison Campbell, $33.99. I think we have maybe one more of those laying around if anybody else wants it. Spooky Tooth, you broke my heart, so I busted your jaw. $24.99 for Spooky Tooth. We had, okay, we're caught up. Deep Purple, who do they think we are? I was about to say, something looks weird. It's a foreign press because this is in a different color. This is usually like in a blue color. This is a 1973 German pressing. Looks like it's got alternate font on it. $29.99 for Deep Purple. Who do they think we are? That's a very nice German pressing, 1973. Brian C. is first on the Ruddles. And let's go ahead and sell Fred Carnell, Billy Idol. Sell Fred Carnell, Billy Idol for $39. And Chris Wood Sr., one of our all-time Deep Purple buyers, he's first to Deep Purple. That was Chris Wood Sr. with an alternate colors there on the cover. Okay, more Japanese auctions. We've got, what can we pull out in here? Let's see. Let's do, I'm going to lay those up there for now. Oh, Roxy Music. Don't see those too often. All right, it's going to be Santana and Roxy Music. I'll show those in just a second. Not before we continue in this crate. Another Best of Spencer Davis Group, $19.99. This one has I'm a Man on it. Keep on Running. Somebody Help Me. Give Me Some Lovin'. Great stuff. $19.99. That's Steve Winwood on lead vocals, by the way. Steve Winwood, lead vocalist for Spencer Davis Group. The Inmates, Shot in the Dark. The Inmates, $14.99. David Jonasson, Here Comes the Night, $19.99. Joe Jackson, Look Sharp. Joe Jackson, Look Sharp, $19.99. And who do we have here? Grace Jones, Fame. Grace Jones is $19.99. Fame. Grace Jones, Fame. Also was in a James Bond movie. Michael Church wants the Best of Spencer Davis Group. That's sold to Ryan Foster. Julie, he was first to that one. I do have another Spencer Davis Group compilation if you want that for $19.99. I do have another one. Craig Weatherford first to Grace Jones. Alan, you were second. Craig was first to that one. Ricky Lee Jones Pirates. That's in shrink wrap, $14.99. And Trash It Up, Southside Johnny and the Jukes. That's Southside Johnny for $14.99. Okay, let's see what our Japanese new auctions look like. This is going to be a $45 start for Roxy Music Viva. Roxy Music Viva. Overkill is $29.99. $29.99 for Overkill. Viva Roxy Music. Near Mint Pristine Japanese vinyl. $45 start. There's the two-page Japanese flip. There's the gatefold cover of Obi. I don't think we've ever had a Japanese Roxy Music. We do now. That's a $45 start. And this is a Santana compilation called Grand Prix 20, which is a Santana hits. And this is a $40 start. This is a $40 start for Santana Grand Prix 20. There's the near mint pristine vinyl. There's the CBS Sony original anti-static inner sleeve. There's the 2-page Japanese flip. Cover and obi. That's a $40 start. Okay. Messages from the Status Quo. $39.99. This is the one that I was saying. I don't know how nice the one I have is, but this has pictures featuring pictures of Matchstick Men. That's an actual hype sticker on the cover. $39.99 for Status Quo. Pictures of Matchstick Men. Supertramp, their first album. Supertramp. $24.99 for Supertramp. Very nice copy. Something Happens, stuck together with God's glue. $29.99. Something Happens. Press to Play, Paul McCartney. $24.99. Later album, his catalog. And Supertramp, Famous Last Words. Supertramp, Famous Last Words, $19.99. James Bragg gets this Supertramp. Tanner, that one was $24.99. And let me go pull those Overkills. I see people interested in Overkill. I have 2 left, and I don't have any new claims right now. So I only have 2 of these. If anybody wants one right now, this is Feel the Fire. I've got 2 of them. $29.99. No one else has claimed one yet, except for the other 2 or 3 I sold earlier. If you want an Overkill, right now, $29.99. Grace Jones Portfolio. $19.99 for Grace Jones. Rolling Stones Flowers. Rolling Stones Flowers is $34.99. Nice. Rolling Stones Flowers. Blue London stereo label. Very clean vinyl. Very clean vinyl. Wayne was first to this Grace Jones. I do have Pussifer Money Shot. It is $39.99. $39.99. What was Press to Play? Jeff, that was $24.99 for Paul McCartney Press to Play. Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66. Greatest Hits. $19.99 for Sergio Mendes. Jefferson Airplane, After Bathing at Baxter's. $24.99. After Bathing at Baxter's. Daymars, Here Is Pussifer. That is $39.99. $39.99. The Beatles, 62 to 66 on red vinyl. $59.99. This is the Capitol pressing. $59.99 on red vinyl. We have the Concert for Bangladesh box set. That is $49.99. Concert for Bangladesh box set. Should be 3 LPs. And let's see if it has the book with it. I don't see a book with this one. Or does this one have a book? It should. Should have a book. Yes. Unless this repress or whatever this one didn't, but it should. Concert for Bangladesh. These are usually got sing splits and rips and tears. This is a pretty solid box. Concert for Bangladesh. I say Bangla, but I think it's Bangladesh. That is $49.99. Yes, I think that's missing a book. Unless I just didn't see it in there. Day Mars says he'll take Pussifer. Ryan Foster on the Beatles on red vinyl. That's sold to Day Mars. And we have Wings Greatest Hits. Just $24.99. And this is a nice U.S. press. Wings Greatest Hits. $24.99. Before I get it back in the crate, that's sold to Brent McKinney. All right, let me run through those one more time, not before I end these auctions up here. Susie, you were second to Wings. If anybody wants the Roxy Music, it's a $45 buy it now. Viva Roxy Music, this is a $45 buy it now. It can be yours. It can be yours. If I can get it back in its sleeve, it'll be a miracle. Let me see if I may put it like that. And then Santana, $40 buy it now on those. $40 buy it now on those. Ryan's going to take the Roxy Music. That's sold to Ryan. Tanner, that was a $45 buy it now. And Santana, Evil Ways. What's on this one? This is the really good comp, I think. Yeah, Black Magic Woman, Oyo Como Va, Song of the Wind, Evil Ways. Santana, As Seen at Woodstock. Okay, let me put Overkill back away. So no takers on those, it looks like. And here's what's left in this bin. One more rundown. We have Welcome to My World, Dean Martin. If you want prices, let me know. Give me some loving. I think I missed a Stones comment, didn't I? Stones flowers. Did somebody comment that earlier? Okay, Jim Anstat wants Stones. Did somebody comment that earlier, though, and I missed it? I can't recall. But Jim Anstat gets the Stones, flowers. Dean Martin, Spencer Davis Group, Ricky Lee Jones, Spooky Tooth, David Jonathan, The Inmates, Joe Jackson, Ricky Lee Jones, Southside Johnny, Status Quo, pictures of Matchstick Men, Something's Happening, Supertramp, Press to Play, Sergio Mendez, Jefferson Airplane, and Concert for Bangladesh, as hosted by George Harrison. This was like really the first time he got out and performed in public since the Beatles breakup, and Eric Clapton was there, Bob Dylan. It was an all-star lineup benefit concert, George and his friends. I met somebody that was at that concert. His name was Jerry Mercola. I think y'all remember a couple years ago I bought this awesome Beatles collection from, it was a lot of 45s, albums. It was an incredible collection. The guy's name was Jerry Mercola. And I actually got word, sadly, a couple days ago, he passed away. And I bought his collection in Cookeville a couple years ago. And he was an incredible person. The stuff he went to, let me get this crate over here and I'll tell you all a little bit more about it. This is an awesome crate, by the way, I'm about to flip through. I'm pulling a couple things out. I got an Albert King record in here, a Muddy Waters record. There's all kinds of Van Morrison and Johnny Cash and really good records in this crate. Marvin Gaye. I was sleeping on the Pussifer. That was Pussifer Money Shot for $39.99. Jerry Mercola, he showed it to me. And I believe the guy because, I mean, he had pictures. This is legitimate. He was at both of the Beatles' Shea Stadium concerts. He was at Woodstock. He had 2 ticket stubs. He sold one. He had a friend, you know, they authenticate those Woodstock tickets like PSA. He was at Woodstock. He was at the Beatles Shea Stadium. He was at the concert for Balderdash. He's seen that live concert with Elton John and John Lennon. He was at that. He owned a record store up in New Jersey, New York, New Jersey, and man, he went to all kinds of stuff. He's seen Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and he had an amazing collection too. And he had a lot of stuff that he held on to, and that I didn't get to buy that was incredible. Promotional Beatles displays and all kinds of stuff. So, okay. Albert King, Years Gone By on Stax. Albert King, Years Gone By, $25 start. That is now up for bid. And we have Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. Here's another one that usually looks like it's been used for a Frisbee. This is an OG gatefold pressing. Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. This is so nice. $45 start. Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. That's a $45 start. 2 great records. Albert King, Marvin Gaye up for auction. $25, $45 start. Next will be a Muddy Waters. Okay. Back to this crate. There are several things. I think there's a bunch of Johnny Cash, Van Morrison. If you could speed up your comments by commenting the name of the album, or you could speed up the process by commenting the album instead of the artist, and we'll get it figured out. But even if you go ahead and claim the artist, let me know which album you want, or unless you want all of them. Jerry Jeff Walker, Walker's Collectibles, $19.99. Jerry Jeff Walker, Walker's Collectibles, $19.99. I Still Believe in Love, Charlie Rich, $9.99 for Charlie Rich. Once More, Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton. Now that's one I don't see as often. $29.99. That's in shrink wrap. Once More, Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton. Orange RCA label. That is $29.99. Two Lefty from Willie, $14.99. Two Lefty from Willie Nelson. That is $14.99. Also another really nice copy. Lightfoot. That is Gordon Lightfoot. $19.99 for Gordon Lightfoot. Lightfoot, $19.99. Very clean copy. Update on our auctions. Albert King, we had 25, 25, 30, 35. Eddie Pasir was first to the Jerry Jeff Walker. That sold to Eddie Pasir. Albert King's now at 40. And Toby Grimm wants the Porter and Dolly. That sold to Toby Grimm. Porter and Dolly. Chris Farrar wants the Willie Nelson. Bob Dylan Infidels is $34.99. Bob Dylan Infidels, $34.99. That's in shrink wrap. Bob Dylan Empire Burlesque. Empire Burlesque. And that has the original inner sleeve with it. $34.99 for Dylan. Bob Dylan. Clarence Gatemouth Brown, One More Mile. New release from the 1982 Grammy Award winner. $29.99 for Gatemouth Brown. Another one, Clarence Gatemouth Brown, All Right Again. That one's $34.99. Two back-to-back Clarence Gatemouth Browns. I don't think I've had those before. Johnny Cash, Biggest Hits. The Baron, Boy Named Sue, Bull Rider. He had a lot of hits. This is more like 80s Mercury, Columbia. Well, it's on Columbia. Not for sure what kind of era you call that. But that's $19.99. And Van Morrison, Avalon Sunset. Boy, that's later in his catalog. $19.89. $49.99 for Van Morrison, Avalon Sunset. If somebody doesn't grab it first, I know Sherry Darnell will. I've never had that Van Morrison. $49.99. And look who grabbed it, Sherry Darnell. The Albert King is called Years Gone By. The high bid is Michael Nath at $40. It's a very clean copy on the Stax label. Very nice cover. High bid on that is $40 of Michael Nath. Susie Breedlove first to Johnny Cash, and Sherry Darnell first on Van Morrison. Then we've also got this very nice copy of Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye. No bid yet. I'm looking for a $45 start. $45 start. I'd give $15 for the Dawn of the Dickies in the check condition crate. If you will, we'll make a note of that because I'll have to go back and find it at this point. But I won't forget about you because I'll probably go back through them later anyway tonight. Johnny Cash, America, a 200-year salute in story and song. $24.99 for Johnny Cash, America. Johnny Cash, Bitter Tears. $24.99. Ballads of the American Indian. Johnny Cash, The Holy Land with the lenticular cover. $24.99. Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash. And the Beatles, live at the Star Club, Hamburg, Germany. $34.99. Approximately Infinite Universe. Yoko Ono. 1973 Jacksonville Press. $39.99. Yoko Ono. James Bragg is in on Marvin Gaye at $45. Susie wants Bitter Tears. And Brent Rabley's at $50 on the Albert King. Wonderwall Music by George Harrison. $39.99. Wonderwall Music by George Harrison. Very clean copy. $39.99. Blast from Your Past. This is a Ringo Starr Hits compilation. $24.99. Blast from Your Past. This is a Ringo Starr. This has You're 16. It Don't Come Easy. Photograph. Back Off Boogaloo. I'm the Greatest. That is $24.99. Albert King. 50, 55. Adam Stein wants the George Harrison Wonderwall. That's a tough one usually to get. Fred is back in on the Marvin Gaye, or Fred is in on the Marvin Gaye at 46. James Bragg, you're out. Ringo Starr, Drowning in the Sea of Love. This is a 12-inch single on Atlantic. Drowning in the Sea of Love. $14.99 for Ringo. Never seen that before. Wildlife. Paul McCartney and Wings Wildlife in shrink wrap. Very nice copy. $24.99. Wildlife in shrink. Paul McCartney. This is a 1970 UK press for $44.99. A 1970 UK press. $44.99. What a great album. Intimate. It was him and a guitar and his brain. $44.99. That's a 70 UK, which is a first press. Eric Clapton, Backtracking. And I'm sure there's some piano on there too, and other instruments, but you get what I'm saying. He kind of retreated and wrote that album after the Beatles broke up. Eric Clapton, Backtracking, 22 tracks spanning the career of a rock legend. Never seen this before. $39.99. It's got singles, histories, classics, and live. I Shot the Sheriff, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Lay Down Sally, Promises, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, Wonderful Tonight. And then that was singles, history, Sunshine of Your Love, Tales of Brave Ulysses, Badge, Little Wing, and Layla. And then classics, Cocaine, Strange Brew, Spoonful, Let It Rain, Have You Ever Loved a Woman, Presence of the Lord from Blind Faith. And then live, Crossroads, Roll It Over, Can't Find My Way Home, Blues Power, and Further Up on the Road. Never seen that one before. $39.99. That's a 22-track Clapton compilation. Okay, we have already pulled Bill Toe Wants Star. That was the Ringo Starr. Bill, which one did you want? The 12-inch single or the Blast from Your Past? Let me know on that, Bill Toe. I got two, or you can have both. Ryan Foster was first to Wildlife. John Young, you were second. James is out on Marvin Gaye, and Sherry Darnell wants to Eric Clapton. Let's get these two auctions updated so now that we have some activity. Brent Rabley, let me know if you're in or out on this. Michael Nath has it for $55. Final call on that. And then Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. Final call, Fred Carnell has that for $46. Bill Toe wants Blast from Your Past, the Ringo Hits comp. Eric Clapton and the Yardbirds, 5 Long Years. 1999. Never seen that before. Slow Hand, also Eric Clapton. This is a great album. $34.99, Slow Hand. Eric Clapton, No Alibis. Interesting. $9.99. This is a 3-track single from the Journeyman album from 1989. $9.99. Never seen that before. Derek and the Dominoes, Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs. This is $34.99. This is a RSO reissue. It is very clean though. Very, very clean. That is $34.99 for Derek and the Dominoes, Layla. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Not the band. That's the name of the album by Mr. Johnny Cash. An original Columbia 2i label. Looks like an original inner sleeve. That is $29.99. $29.99. Johnny Cash's Greatest Hits, Volume 3, $19.99. Johnny Cash Greatest Hits, $19.99. The Adventures of Johnny Cash is $19.99. And The Monkees, $19.99. This is a very clean copy, a stereo press of their first album, $19.99. Okay, we got an offer for 25 cents on Yoko Ono. I'll pass. But Chip Hall asked the condition on Slow Hand. Cover is about VG Plus, and we have no condition notes on the vinyl. Very nice copy. That is EX Plus, near mint minus. Gary Samuels first on PB, which was not Eric Clapton, not the Monkees, not Johnny Cash, not Johnny Cash, not Johnny Cash, not that. None of these. I'm not for sure what that is. And Susie wants Johnny Cash Adventures. That's sold to Susie. These auctions are sold. These auctions are sold. Albert King is sold to Brent Rabley for $58 since Michael Nath said out. And Marvin Gaye is sold for $46 to Fred Carnell. And then Gary Samuels, just let me know what PB was and I'll pull it. More Greatest Hits of the Monkees is $24.99. The Monkees Present. This is a 1969 Hollywood press. Davy Jones, Mickey Dolenz, Michael Nesmith, The Monkees, $39.99. Van Morrison live at the Grand Opera House, Belfast. This is $34.99. $34.99. Van Morrison, Hard Knows the Highway. More Van Morrison. $34.99 as well. Jay Giles Freeze Frame, $19.99. Jay Giles Freeze Frame, $19.99. Very cool. Willie Nelson, Phases and Stages, a 1974 Monarch, $49.99. Phases and Stages, 1974 Monarch, $49.99. Sherry Darnell wants Van Morrison, Hard Nose. That's sold to Sherry Darnell. Waylon Jennings, Waylon, $49.99. Waylon Jennings, Waylon, orange RCA label, 1970 Hollywood Press. Waylon. What a cool dude. Look at that hair. Cigarette in mouth, $49.99. Let me grab some new auctions. What do we have over here? Pink, let's get the party started. Interesting. This is a 2 pink. Let's get the party started. 12-inch single. It looks like it's 2 LPs of different mixes of Pink's smash hit. Let's get the party started. That's a $20 start from 1990 what or 2001. 2001. That's a $20 start. Bob Dylan is $49.99. This is a 1960s UK press. Orange CBS label in shrink wrap, $49.99. Had a piece of lint there on it. $49.99. It's Bob Dylan, self-titled. The Taker, Tulsa, Waylon Jennings. Now that's one I don't see as often. $64.99. The Taker, Tulsa, $64.99. Buck Owens and his Buckaroos. I Wouldn't Live in New York City. Buck Owens is $9.99. Okay, would you bundle the 2 gate mouths? I will. Give me 1 second on that. The other auction is going to be Muddy Waters. More Real Folk Blues. Original Chess Masters. Very nice. Near mint. Muddy Waters is a $20 start. And did you sell Backtracking? Was that the Clapton? I think so. Yeah, I think somebody claimed the Clapton. Okay, Pink 2020. Brent Rabley wants the Dylan in here. That's sold to Brent Rabley. Pink 3022. James Bragg wants all 3 Dylans. That one just got claimed. He beat you to it. He being Brent Rabley, but I do have more in here. I've got these 2 right here. Sell those to James Bragg. The other one got claimed. Jeff McIntosh was first to Buck Owens. So the first Dylan I weighed down was Brent's. Those 2 are James. That sold to Jeff McIntosh. Brent was second. Gary Samuels was third. Sherry Darnell is going to do a clean sweep of the Van Morrison Opera. That sold to Sherry Darnell. Michael Nath is at 30 on Muddy Waters. Pink is at 24, now 23, now 25. I thought we already had $30. We already have a $30 bid on YouTube. Chris Farrar's already in at 30. And Muddy Waters, we've already got a $30 bid on that as well on YouTube. That was a good crate, in my opinion. Let me go back through those one more time, and we'll see what's left and do some bundling deal. Let me take a drink of water first. One bottle down. Where did Seth go? He disappeared on us, didn't he? He's probably in the back digging up all the Pablo records. He ain't never been right since he hit his head. Okay. Pink's at 30. Muddy Waters is still getting bids. Let's go through this crate one more time. I think we got some people wanting some bundles, so let me get to those. Charlie Rich, I Still Believe in Love. Thank you, Kevin. Good night. This is the first sale of the night. This is Monday night. We're doing this again Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 6 live events. We're just getting started. I've got 4 more crates of vintage to go through. I've got new vinyl coming in this week. We're going to get back to 45s from that Bowling Green collection. We may even show some 78 CDs and 8 tracks and cassettes this week. We got a lot of time to go through stuff with 6 sales. So, Lightfoot, that's his first album. It's a repress label, but Excuse me. I like anything Gordon Lightfoot is singing. Michael Nath. These are 35 and let's see. This would be $3 off, and I'll do $6 off, and that would be hold on a second. My brain has. That'd be $58. That'd be 10% off. 58 for the two, I think that's right. 35 and 65. Yeah, 65 sticker, 58 for both of these. 58 for both of those, if you want those Michael Nath. He says so. So 58 for both of those. The Muddy Waters is More Real Folk Blues. Chess 9278. It's a Chess Masters 1988 reissue. 1988 on that one. Near mint copy. High bids at 52. And I'm about to sell pink. Actually, I probably could go ahead and do that. This is sold to Chris Ferrara for $30. That's been up long enough. That's sold to Chris Ferrara for $30. Muddy Waters is at 52. Next is Johnny Cash America, a 200-year salute in story and song. Johnny Cash, The Holy Land. The Beatles Live at the Star Club. Yoko Ono, Ringo Starr, Dancing in the Sea of Love, Paul McCartney, Eric Clapton, Yardbirds, Eric Clapton, No Alibis, 3-track 12-inch single, Layla, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Greatest Hits, Johnny Cash. Then we have somebody wanting a Monkees bundle. There's Monkees #1. There's Eric Clapton, Slow Hand, more Greatest Hits of the Monkees Present, Jay Giles, then Killer Willie Nelson, Phases and Stages, Waylon, and Waylon. Bilto, I've already pulled you the Ringo. That's already been pulled. That's already been pulled for you. Gary, the Yoko is $39.99. It's a 1973 Jacksonville press on Apple. 1973 Jacksonville press on Apple. Muddy Waters is at 60. Next is Chip Hall takes the Slow Hand, Eric Clapton. Roger Ramjet, we just sold it. The Willie Nelson is $49.99. That's Phases and Stages, and that is an OG 74 Monarch. Very clean copy from Atlantic Records. Phases and Stages. Now, Steve wanted Monkees. Which three did he say? Steve Botsford. All three. There's only two in here. Oh, no, there is three. Never mind. New arrivals, I usually do 10% off maybe, especially if you're doing a bundle. Sometimes a lot more. Sometimes I don't discount at all. But this is 25 and 40 and 20. 40 and 25 is 65, 85, 10. We'll do $10 off these three. That'd be $75 for the three. That's a kind of a tougher one to get there. Very clean stereo copy, and then you get a more Greatest Hits. 75 for those three, Steve Botsford. And high bid on Muddy Waters is James Bragg at 65. Final call in this crate. Willie Nelson, Yoko Ono, Waylon Jennings, Jay Giles, Johnny Cash, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Johnny Cash, Layla, Clapton, McCartney, Starr, Beatles, Cash, Lightfoot, and Rich. Steve Botsford takes these three for $75. Final call on the Muddy Waters at $65. Let me set these out and let me actually condense them with these. And we have our first empty crate. How much was Layla? $34.99. $34.99. Let me go through this crate. Yeah, right here. Let me go through this crate right here. I don't have any more Pink albums that I know of. All right, let me run through a batch of new stuff right quick. Final call on the Muddy Waters. We have Guided by Voices. Sandbox. $29.99. Guided by Voices. Sandbox. $29.99. Guided by Voices. LA Guns, Toronto, 1990. That's on limited edition red and blue vinyl. LA Guns is $44.99. One copy left of the new Kraftwerk Early Live in Germany. early live in Germany Kraftwerk, $31.99. Judas Priest, Defenders of the Faith, $31.99 for Priest, Defenders of the Faith. Queensryche, Condition Human. Queensryche is $33.99. Ozzy, Diary of a Madman. Ozzy, Diary of a Madman, $38.99. That's on red and black swirl vinyl. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, Raise the Roof, $36.99. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, Raise the Roof, $36.99. All the new vinyl is sticker price. Jason Daub on Defenders of the Faith. We can go ahead and sell Muddy Waters to James Bragg for $65. And A Flock of Seagulls, remastered, Iran, orange vinyl, $36.99 for A Flock of Seagulls. Rob Zombie, Hellbilly Deluxe, $39.99 for Rob Zombie. I have that available. And Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. That is limited edition, white and blue marbled vinyl, $34.99. Jason Daub also wants A Flock of Seagulls. I've got more of those if anybody else wants one. Alice in Chains, this is a live, unofficial, $24.99 live show from Oakland, California, 1992. Alice in Chains is $24.99. Heroes, David Bowie. Heroes is $31.99. David Bowie, $31.99. New and sealed. Neil Young and Crazy Horse, this is also a live, unofficial, live at the Shoreline Amphitheater, Mountain View, California, 1994. $26.99 for the live Neil Young. Brandon Lack first on Pantera. James Bragg also wants one. I have more of those if anybody else wants Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. I've got another one right here for James Bragg. And I've got more if anybody else wants one. And then Austin Cauldron on the live Alice in Chains unofficial. There's the Neil Young live colored vinyl unofficial. The Dead Kennedys, Frankenchrist. Frankenchrist is $38.99 for the Dead Kennedys. Dire Straits, that's their self-titled first album. Mark Knopfler, $31.99. Sultans of Swing. Inspired by True Events, Tori Kelly. This is, actually, I'll do this on sale. This is one, I didn't go through any of these bins to see if anything was a year old. This has been here over a year. I'll do this one for $19.99 if anybody wants it. Inspired by True Events. A story by Tori Kelly. That is $19.99. Tom Petty, Into the Great Wide Open. Tom Petty's $36.99. Mudvayne, LD50. 2LP Music on Vinyl Press, $56.99. Mudvayne, LD50. The Matrix Reloaded soundtrack, just $34.99. I've got 4 of these available. Great music. 2LP, first time on vinyl. Matrix Reloaded, $34.99. Harem Scarum, Red Grape vinyl pressing, limited to 1,000 copies, $38.99. Slayer, Show No Mercy, red and black colored vinyl. Slayer, Show No Mercy, $36.99. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, So Far, $28.99. Brandon Lack on Mudvayne, LD50. That's sold to Brandon Lack. Madonna, The Immaculate Collection. Madonna is $44.99. This is a 2LP, Madonna's Greatest Hits, $44.99. Johnny Burnett, Rock and Roll Trio, that's $28.99. And Rage Against the Machine, live at the Grand Olympic Auditorium, $38.99 for Rage Against the Machine. The Cramps, Smell a Female, $28.99. Canned Heat, Living the Blues, that's on pink and yellow colored vinyl, 2LP. Canned Heat is $44.99. There's another Judas Priest if you missed out on the last one, $28.99 for Defenders of the Faith. My last and only copy of Kiss Love Gun. Kiss Love Gun is $33.99. Love Gun outfits, $33.99. And Tom Petty Echo, $29.99 for Tom Petty Echo. Allison Campbell wants the Ozzy Diary of a Madman on splatter vinyl. Let's pull that, which is right. Where is Ozzy? There's Slayer. I'll put my finger on that because I know Ken Crooker wants it. There's Ozzy. That's sold to Allison Campbell. Do you have the Don Harrison band? No, I do not. Slayer on Ken Crooker. Excuse me. Other way. Ken Crooker gets the Slayer. Tony Shore on Tom Petty, Into the Great Wide Open. That's sold to Tony Shore. And Randy Davis wants Tom Petty, Echo. Randy Davis on Tom Petty, Echo. Anybody else on anything in that crate? I'm just going to read through the titles one more time. We have Sandbox, Guided by Voices. That's $29.99. LA Guns is $44.99, red and blue vinyl. Kraftwerk, $31.99. Queensryche, $33.99. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, Raise the Roof, $36.99. Rob Zombie, David Bowie, Neil Young, Live, Dead Kennedys, Dire Straits, Matrix Reloaded, Harem Scarum, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Madonna, Johnny Burnett, Rage Against the Machine, The Cramps, Canned Heat, Kiss Love Gun, and Judas Priest. LA Guns is an official release. No, this is an official release from Cleopatra Deadline. Deadline Cleopatra. $44.99. That's a live show. That is an official release. And sell Jimmy the Tori Kelly for $15. Sure. I'll sell that to you for $15. Rage track list. Let's see. Bulls on Parade, Bullet in the Hand, Born of a Broken Man, Killing in the Name, Calm Like a Bomb, Testify, Bomb Track, War Within a Breath, I'm Housing, Sleep Now in the Fire, People the Sun, Guerrilla Radio, Kick Out the Jams, Know Your Enemy, No Shelter and Freedom. That looks like a pretty good track list. That is $38.99. Any other Rage? We should have Self-Titled and Battle of Los Angeles. If not, I need to make a note to order them tonight because I think they were just in stock last night. All right, I got another crate of new vintage arrivals. Let me go through new vintage arrivals. There's a ZZ Top that we don't get too often. I'll show that in just a second. Be on the lookout. I see some Sinatras, some Journeys, some... Ooh, let's put this up for auction. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. $25 start. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. A little bit of shelf wear, but not bad. This cover always shows some kind of sign of wear. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. $25 start. First track is Sweet Emotion. That is now up for bid. $25 start. There's the sleeve we had it in. And we have Battle of Los Angeles, $31.99. And we have Self-Titled for $31.99. That's the two RATM albums we have. RATM stands for Rage Against the Machine. Rage Against the Machine. Oh, there's some great albums in here. Oh my gosh. Highway to Hell. Let me figure out what's going on in this crate first. Nina Simone. It's a weird David Bowie record. Never seen that before. What is this here? Might put that up for auction. Pull out these. All right, everything else I'm just going to leave in there as surprises, but that's a couple. I pulled out 1 Beatles and 3 AC/DC to put up for auction. Show the Bowie. It's happening. Hope you're ready to claim them. Let's see here. Martin Pryor says he'll take the Rage. That was this live one to Martin Pryor. Next comment was, when switching crate, can you pull me the Eric Clapton promo from the previous crate? It was $10. It's right here on front. I got it right here. This is sold to Michael Nath. That was, yeah, $9.99. That's sold to him as sticker. Allison's at $25 on Aerosmith. Randy Davis. Who asked about the Rage Against the Machine? Jason Dobb. Okay. Make sure he gets what he wants since he asked first. Randy gets Battle of Los Angeles. That's sold to Randy Davis. Jason Dobb is going to get the self-titled one. Anybody else, let me know. Aerosmith 273030. And Daymars wants a Battle of Los Angeles if we have another one. Rage Against the Machine. We don't. Daymars, I'll put you on the waiting list. I need to order. Those were both in stock last night. I got to get more anyway. All right, so Aerosmith's up for bid. Let me put up another Japanese item. We have a Blondie 7-inch This is a $20 start. Been auctioning off several Blondie kind of obscurities lately. The streak continues tonight. Heart of Glass, classic song. Blondie, Japanese 7-inch single. There's the insert. There's the original Toshiba sleeve. Pristine Japanese 7-inch vinyl. That is a $20 start for Blondie, Heart of Glass, Japanese 7-inch single. Is Evil Empire. Yes, Evil Empire has been out of print for over a year, I think. Evil Empire has been out of print for over a year. Yes. Let's start this crate. Hope you're ready. King Crimson Lizard. King Crimson is $39.99. It's a 1970 Phillips press. $39.99 for King Crimson Lizard. $39.99. Chris is out on Toys in the Attic, but he's in on Blondie at $20. David Bowie, I never know how to say this, and Bertolt Brecht's Ball is the way I would say it, but I don't think that's right. This is from 1982, $34.99 on David Bowie, and David Bowie Never Let Me Down. David Bowie Never Let Me Down. This is $34.99. Very clean copy. That's a full studio album. And Ziggy Stardust, the motion picture, David Bowie. $59.99, 1983 Indianapolis Press. 1983 Indianapolis Press, $59.99. High bid on Toys in the Attic. We got a very nice, clean copy of Toys in the Attic, Aerosmith. We got Allison Campbell at $38, and we have one bid on Blondie at $20. Next new comment was Ryan Foster. He was first to King Crimson. Ryan Foster was first to that. James Bragg was second. And Ryan Anderson on David Bowie. And Ryan, you've got 3 to pick from. In Bertolt's Brecht, Never Let Me Down, and the Ziggy Stardust. Actually, he did. He said Bert, which is this one right here. My bad. Thanks for letting me know the name of the album. I think there's more Bowies coming up, so please let me know the name of the album. Buffalo Springfield, Last Time Around, $34.99. James Bragg's back it on Toys in the Attic at $40, and final call on Blondie. The Birds, Dr. Birds and Mr. Hyde. 1971 Terre Haute. This is a 71. Very clean copy, $26.99. Very nice cover, too. One of the nicer ones of those I've seen. $26.99 for Dr. Birds and Mr. Hyde. David Bowie, Strung Out on Heaven's High. This has to be an unofficial. It's a blue vinyl unofficial, a collection of Scary Monsters demos and outtakes. That's cool. $39.99 for David Bowie, Strung Out on Heaven's High. David Bowie Tonight is $29.99. The Bowie streak continues with David Bowie Tonight. And Bowie Now. This is a 1978 promo only. Promo only, $49.99. Bowie Now. That is music, by the way. That isn't an interview. That is actual music. That's $49.99. Boston, self-titled, $34.99. This is the repress. Very nice condition, though. $34.99. Toys in the Attic, $40, $45, $50. Austin Cauldron, first on Bowie Now. And let's go ahead and sell the Blondie to Chris Farrar for $20. Chris Farrar gets the Blondie 7-inch for $20. I've got a copy of the Beatles' Help. It's a 1973 French export press. I love this cover because it's not the standard U.S. cover. It's the kind of the one I prefer, which is the Euro version, or the UK is what I usually call it. Songs from the film Help. It's fantastic. Help, Not Before, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, I Need You, Another Girl, You're Gonna Lose That Girl, Ticket to Ride, Act Naturally, It's Only Love, You Like Me Too Much, Tell Me What You See, I've Just Seen a Face Yesterday, and Dizzy Miss Lizzie. That's a $35 start. It's a laminate cover. It has the French import sticker on the front and back. I don't know if that's a tape or a flip back, or what's going on here. I'm assuming that's tape, but that may be actually something that was put on there. It's part of the laminate. I think that's part of the laminate. A little bit of chipping right there on the spine. The vinyl's very clean, though. Very, very clean vinyl. The cover is about VG Plus because of those issues. The vinyl's EX plus Nearmit minus. And Help is a 73 French export, $35 start. Brandon Butler's in. I do not have that Kings of Leon Michelle, but if you want me to order it for you, I need to order more anyway. Nina Simone in concert. Nina Simone is $44.99. Nina Simone in concert on Phillips. Very cool. That's $44.99. The Who Sellout. This is a 2004 pressing that is sealed. $34.99. Is Seth using a blowtorch? No, that's our heat. It suddenly turned very cold here in Tennessee again. So, Seth, let me see what Seth's doing. Seth is playing RuneScape. He's on Twitter. And he's... Yeah, that's how productive he is right now. Mark Cunningham was first on Nina Simone. Michael Nath was second. Mia Willis was third. David Bowie, a second face. This has to be an unofficial as well. No, this is an official. 1983 Canadian on London Polygram. David Bowie, a second face. Never seen this before. $34.99. David Bowie. Let's see here. Let's put Michelle down for a Kings of Leon, not Leon. Kings of Leon, Only by the Night. Okay, Errol Smith, final call now. James Bragg is at $60 for Errol Smith, Toys in the Attic. Final call on that one. And final call, Brandon Butler has the Beatles' Help for $35. Let's see. The Rush box sets, we're waiting to see if we're getting more. At this point, we really don't know. Whoville, I put your name in the spreadsheet last night, though. So I know I have you down. We're just waiting to hopefully see if we get more, because since I've done that video, I've had 4 or 5 other people want one. So every time I do a video, I never have enough stock. I try to do videos of box sets or stuff we have plenty of stock of, because usually after people watch me kind of unbox it and tell them how much I like it or don't like it, we end up selling several. The Byrds Greatest Hits, $19.99. The Byrds Greatest Hits, $19.99. The Byrds Younger Than Yesterday, $19.99. Jeff Beck, Blow by Blow. There's some great albums in this crate. $19.99. Jeff Beck Flash, also $19.99. Jeff Beck There and Back, $19.99. The Addicts, Fifth Overture. The Addicts is $69.99. That's a 1987 UK. $69.99. Mark, I am on the hunt for that Gene Russell. I will find it. The 3 o'clock. The 3 o'clock is $29.99. Barbecue Hoedown. Barbecue Hoedown. $29.99 on that. And Stiffs Live, I believe is what that says. $19.99. El Dorado, a symphony from Electric Light Orchestra. $19.99. Highway to Hell is a 2003 180 gram pressing. $29.99. 2003 180 gram pressing. $29.99. Let's see here. Brian C. said There and Back, and that was Jeff Beck. John Ambrosic wants Blow by Blow. Those are sold and sold. Michael Nath wants the Highway to Hell. And we're also going to end these 2 auctions. James Bragg gets the Toys in the Attic, and Tanner, the sleeve fell, I think, behind the table. So we'll just put that in a new sleeve. That's James Bragg's for $60. And Brandon Butler gets the Beatles' Help for $35. Joshua Lee Sparks, you were second on AC/DC. But hold the phone. I've got some OG AC/DC to put up for auction. The first is one I don't think we've had in a while, which is Flick of the Switch. Embossed cover, which is usually meaning OG. Very nice copy. Near mint minus on the vinyl. Has a couple of dings or something right up here. Looks like something kind of got dinged on it. But other than that, nice copy. That's a $35 start for Flick of the Switch. Bruce Springsteen, Tunnel of Love. $17.99 for Tunnel of Love, Bruce Springsteen. The Birth of the Beatles, La Grande Storia del Rock. This is sealed. It's a Beatles comp. It is sealed from Italy. $27.99, the Beatles. The Best of the Animals, 15 tracks, $19.99. The Best of the Animals. First track is House of the Rising Sun. The Beatles tapes from the David Wigg interviews, 1976 UK. That is $34.99. Martin Pryor's in on AC/DC at $40. Journey Frontiers, $19.99 for Journey Frontiers, original inner sleeve. Michael Nath first to The Animals. Michelle second. John Porter third. Susie Breedlove fourth. Don't Come to My House. Latrim, $9.99. Cars with the Broom. Latrim, $9.99. Michelle Phillips first to Journey. Martin Pryor has AC/DC for $40, going twice, going three times. Isaac Hayes, U-Turn. Isaac Hayes, U-Turn, $19.99 for Isaac Hayes. Floor, Home, Goings, and Transition, Shadowville from 2014. Looks like it's etched. $14.99. Stephen Chesney, you were second on Journey. Jamie Miller wants the Latrim. And Roger Ramjet wants the Birds Greatest Hits. That was a couple back, but we still have it. Final call on AC/DC. This is Sinatra, Volume 2, $19.99. Capitol Duophonic. Has an original price tag on the back. $19.99. Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, In the Beginning, 1943 to 1955. 2-record set sealed. $29.99. That is unopened from 1972. $29.99. Frank Sinatra in Hollywood, 1943 to 1945. That is $19.99. Frank Sinatra, My Kind of Broadway, $14.99. We're on a Sinatra streak, $14.99. Let's sell Martin Pryor AC/DC for $40. Let me put up another AC/DC. For Those About to Rock, looks like a VG Plus cover. Has a little bit of spot wear there. And the vinyl is near mint. Very clean copy. $35 start on AC/DC for Those About to Rock. It's hard to top with these. Are you still building rockets tonight? Stephen Chesney's the only person I think watching who's building rockets and buying records. You're probably the only one in the country right now building a rocket and buying records. Harry Nilsson sings Newman. That is sealed, $29.99. Sealed, $29.99. Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones, $19.99. Very clean stereo copy. Steve Miller Band, Abracadabra, $19.99. Steve Miller, Born to Blue. Never seen that one. Never seen that one before. $19.99. Steve Miller, Born to Blue. Steppenwolf, Hour of the Wolf. Steppenwolf is $19.99. Steppenwolf Live is $34.99. Steppenwolf for ladies only. This has the insert with it. The insert is in it, and that is $24.99 for ladies only. Steppenwolf, Steppenwolf, 3 Steppenwolfs, and The Police, Ghost in the Machine. I think we had a check condition copy. Now we have a near mint one, $24.99. $24.99. John Ambrosic. First of all, we got AC/DC, 35, 35, 40, 45. John Ambrosic was first to Steve Miller Band, Abracadabra. Randy Davis, you're second. Abracadabra's already claimed, but you can have this one if you want it. Alan, Abracadabra's already sold. Susie was first to The Police. Fred second. Brian C. third. ZZ Top Tejas is $34.99. ZZ Top Tejas, $34.99. This next ZZ Top record is $64.99. This next ZZ Top record is $64.99. I think I've only ever had one before. This is ZZ Top's Worldwide Texas Tour, taking Texas to the people. This is a London radio sampler promo, not for sale. 1976 promo only. It's a sampler from their first album, Rio Grande Mud, Tres Hombres, and Fandango. And it is very, very nice. Near mint. That's a promo ZZ Top radio sampler, $64.99. Randy says he will take the other Steve Miller Band. All right, high bid on AC/DC. Joshua Lee Sparks has this for $45, going twice, going 3 times. Let me put up another Japanese 7-inch we have over here. The Japanese 7-inch I'm going to put up is The Police. I've seen some interest in The Police tonight, and we have a Japanese 7-inch. Very cool. This is a $20 start, Synchronicity, and Someone to Talk to. That's a $20 start. Japanese 7-inch from The Police. I've never seen nor had that before. $20 start on that. Final call on AC/DC. ZZ Top Afterburner, $24.99 for Afterburner. ZZ Top. And the best of the animals. This has great tracks on it too. House of the Rising Sun. This is $19.99. House of the Rising Sun. Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. We got to get out of this place. It's My Life. Best of the Animals. That's sold to Michelle Phillips. We got a run on Animals records tonight. That one's sold to Michelle. The best of Buffalo Springfield, $24.99. Atco Pressing, very nice vinyl for what it's worth. And just so everybody knows, that's the, hey people, what's that sound? Everybody stop. Look what's going down. Buffalo Springfield self-titled, $44.99. Roger McGowan. Roger McGowan. Cardiff Rose in shrink wrap, $34.99. The hype sticker says, Roger McGowan traded verses with Dylan, generated a spirit of camaraderie that gave the lengthy concert Rolling Thunder a sense of unity. That's a Rolling Stones quote. In shrink wrap, $34.99. The Best of the Birds, Greatest Hits Volume 2, $19.99. Very clean copy, Best of the Birds Volume 2. The Notorious Bird Brothers is $24.99. And the Fix Phantoms. The Fix Phantoms, $24.99. All right, AC/DC is sold to Joshua Lee Sparks for $45. And Jamie Miller, you were second on the Animals. And I think Carol Puckett wants the Roger McGuinn. Oh, is it McGuinn? Is that how you say it? McGuinn. However they type to claim it is different how it's spelled. McGuinn or McGowan? Oh, it's like McGowan. That's how you say it. Roger McGuinn. There you have it. Nobody was wanting to buy it. They just wanted to correct me. Roger McGuinn. I thought it was McGuinn. It's McGuinn. We got 4 confirmations now. I'll take y'all's word for it this time. Roger McGuinn. Thank you. Never heard it said or read. I don't think I've ever had to read it out loud. So, there you go. Mark Cunningham wants Pablo Cruz. I don't have any in this crate. If anybody wants this Police 45, it's a buy it now for $20. Who wants it? Who wants it? $20. You do that for the entertainment. Yeah, there's also a conspiracy that people think I mispronounce stuff purposely. I thought it was McGowan. That's what it looks like to me. Let's run through these one more time. David Bowie. Let's see. David Bowie. Buffalo Springfield. The Byrds. David Bowie. Boston. The Who. David Bowie. The Byrds. Jeff Beck. The Addicts. The 3 O'Clock. Stiffs Live. ELO. Bruce Springsteen. The Beatles. The Beatles Tapes. Isaac Hayes. Floor. Sinatra. Harry Nilsson. The Monkees. Steppenwolf. 55 on the ZZ Top Live. There's ZZ Top Tejas. Gary Samuels, I'll sell this to you for $60. I'll sell this to you for $60 if you want that. Was with the Byrds. Let's see here. ZZ Top, Buffalo Springfield, the Byrds, Roger McGuinn, and the Fix. Roger McGuinn, lead singer for the Byrds. I think most of their songs had different, I'm sure he sung a lot of them, but who's singing like the lead on Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress? Because that's a different sounding vocalist than a lot of their other music. Is he the one singing the vocals on that song? Because that's completely different from like, "Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man," and you know, "Turn, Turn, Turn." I think they're using a couple different vocalists. I've got another AC/DC, "Fly on the Wall." Fly on the Wall. AC/DC, "Fly on the Wall." I'm getting confused with the Hollies. Okay, maybe that's what I'm getting confused with. "Fly on the Wall's" 35. The Hollies, the Birds. "Long Cool Woman," yes. Gotcha. But turn, but yeah, I better stop. Okay, before I get everybody confused. What Boston album? That was Boston self-titled. That was their first album. It was $34.99. Let's see here. I thought there was something else in there. How much was the first two Steppenwolfs? Michelle, the first two Steppenwolfs. The first two Steppenwolfs were $19.99 and $34.99. Steppenwolf Live. Steppenwolf Hour of the Wolf is $19.99, and then the 2LP Steppenwolf Live is $34.99. Let's see here. Tejas was $34.99. Tejas was $34.99. Okay, let me see what I've got right here. Let me run through. Let me show. I don't know if I want to go through this whole crate, but this is something that we had behind the counter for like 5 days, and we never did even get to put them out last week. This is Black Sabbath Paranoid, 2012 remaster, Iron Man and War Pigs, $29.99. Black Sabbath Paranoid, $29.99. I think you figured as many times as I've listened to the Hollies and the Birds' Greatest Hits, wouldn't be getting anything confused, but those are two artists I'm prone to get mixed up for some reason. I don't know why. I guess they kind of sound somewhat similar. $29.99, the Black Sabbath or Black Sabbath Paranoid. Those are new and sealed. Got really cool hop stickers on them. This kind of blue and black hop sticker. Those are $29.99. That's just something I wanted to show right quick before I grab a new crate of vintage arrivals. Let me see. Susie Breedlove wants one. AC/DC is a $35 start. Do you still have a Rush Moving Pictures box set? I've got to get all those tagged during the break, and then we'll know how many we have left. But I would recommend going and commenting on the post, and that's how I'm going to check to see who all's getting one. Though whoever comments on the post gets them first there before I figure out exactly what we have. Actually, let me go ahead and go through this crate because I added some stuff to the front of it. Here's kind of, I think, what our plan will be. It's almost 10:15. We'll probably try to go through. This crate until 10:30. We'll take a break until 11. And when we come back, I'll have 2 new crates of vintage arrivals. We'll go back through tonight's newest new vinyl, and then we'll do some 50% half off in that last hour. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this crate. Probably pause. Come back at 11. Maybe this crate and a little bit more. And that's the schedule for the rest of the night. Then we'll be back live again tomorrow at 7. For sure, starting at 7 tomorrow. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's the rest of the schedule all week. So 6 sales, including tonight. Susie got a Black Sabbath. Arthur, let me know which Moving Pictures box set you're interested in, and I'll find it. Adam's in at 35 on AC/DC, Fly on the Wall. Adam's in on that. And let's see, any Kenny Chesney hiding in the back. Kenny Chesney's kind of like Shania Twain, like I said earlier. He has never had anything on vinyl before. There is no LP of Kenny Chesney ever made. Randy Davis wants a tonic. Anything. I don't think there's hardly anything with him even on it. Maybe not even a comp. Randy Davis wants a tonic Lemon Parade. Any more Little Earthquakes? I'm not for sure what that is. Okay. We've got Steel Panther, Balls Out. That's a 2LP music on vinyl, $44.99. Cinderella, Long Cold Winter. Cinderella is $38.99. Allison, no look yet on the Ed Sheridan. I don't think I've got the look yet. Steve Vai, $29.99. Cake, Fashion Nugget, $33.99. Final Call on AC/DC. Ghost, Pope Star, $28.99. Meshuggah, Immutable, 2,500 copies on red transparent vinyl, $34.99. Disturbed, The Sickness, $29.99. The Flaming Lips, I think the Flaming Lips comes out this week, Gloria. I think they're reissuing. If you've seen those somewhere, I think they have new reissues coming out this week of their catalog. So I'll definitely check on that. I think I saw that last night. I was probably going to post a pre-order. By the way, I don't think we've approved anything in the group in the last 24 hours or 48 hours. We was not supposed to on Sunday, and we did. I went ahead and approved some stuff even late last night. But today I told Josh and Doug and everybody else as admins, don't approve anything in the group because I was going to post pre-orders. And I stayed down here way too late, and I didn't get any pre-orders posted again. So I may just not have any group activity for about any time till tomorrow until we can finally get this. I hope you understand. So if you've tried posting something in the group and you hadn't seen it or hadn't been approved, I'll approve it either on Wednesday or maybe tomorrow if I do the pre-orders tonight. So that's just so you know. We're not declining your post. We're just having to wait on them. If we approve too much and then I post a very important pre-order, not many people see it. You know, we got almost 5,000 people in there. Sometimes only like 400 people see a pre-order, which isn't good. Kevin Kubina wants Meshuggah. We have David Bowie, A Divine Symmetry, $31.99. Jeff Buckley, Grace, $33.99. I have more of these on the way. Actually, I think we have a waiting list for that, but there's more on the way. Jeff Buckley, Grace, $33.99. Aretha Franklin, Lady. Ladies on clear vinyl. That's a fairly new reissue, $31.99. Tedeschi Trucks Band, Made Up Mind. Put Gloria down for a Yoshimi on Flaming Lips. You got it. Tedeschi Trucks Band, $44.99. Made Up Mind. Tonic, Lemon Parade. One of my last ones. Again, Tonic is $38.99. Black Sabbath Paranoid is $29.99. Marvin Gaye Collected, 2LP. Marvin Gaye Collected, $44.99. Whiplash, Ticket to Mayhem, $46.99. Music on Vinyl, Limited Green Vinyl. Erasure, The Innocents, $29.99. Credence, that is their 20 Greatest Hits, Chronicle, $36.99 for Credence. Smashing Pumpkins, that's a live unofficial, $36.99. Steve Carmichael wants Disturbed, Down with the Sickness. Let's also go ahead and tag Adam Stein with AC/DC Fly on the Wall. That's sold to Adam Stein for $35. Rush, Exit Stage Left, $49.99. And we have Hootie and the Blowfish, Cracked Rear View, $29.99. Hootie and the Blowfish, Cracked Rear View, $29.99. Pussifer, Money Shot, $39.99. Pink Floyd, The Wall, $49.99, 2LP. Warrant, Dog Eat Dog. Warrant, Dog Eat Dog. That is $44.99 for Warrant, Dog Eat Dog. Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair, $39.99. The Sisters of Mercy, First and Last and Always, $39.99. Overkill, we've got two of these left. We've only got one left as a set. These are different volumes. I know they look identical, but they are different volumes. Volume 1, Volume 2. This is Overkill Live, Live Overhausen, $36.99, and that is on colored vinyl. Chris, tonight, the best I can do on the Police single, I said $20 start. I'll do it for $17.99. $17.99 on that. Kevin Kubina on Overkill. And Kevin, I'm assuming you probably want both volumes. So let me know if that is right. Warrant is $44.99. I have more Warrant Dog Eat Dog than you could ever imagine. We've got well over 150 of these in stock. If you know anybody, anywhere that's looking for a Warrant Dog Eat Dog, we've got them. They're $44.99, which is a very competitive price from what I've seen last night on Discogs. Kevin does want both Overkill, so those are Kevin's and Kevin's. Joey Garland wants a Pussifer Money Shot. Overkill price. Jason, I just sold them, but I can get more. If you want them, they're $36.99. That's for Volume 1, and then Volume 2 is also $36.99. Sell Chris the Police single for $17.99. Sell that to Chris Ferrara. Jamie Miller wants the Erasure, The Innocents. It's got Chains of Love on it. Tanner, I'm going to lay that on top of the Police 45. Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny. $34.99 for Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny. Iggy and the Stooges, Raw Power Live. $26.99. Iggy and the Stooges, Raw Power Live. That was a new release from last week, $26.99. Put Jason Holtz down for Overkill Live Overhausen Volumes 1 and 2, $36.99. You've got it. Bush live in Tampa, $31.99 on red vinyl. Surprised that's still here. Doing all their hits. Everything's in. Glycerin, Come Down, The Sound of Winter, red vinyl. Testament, Souls of Black, $48.99 for Music on Vinyl. Last copy of Korn, Untouchables, $33.99 for Korn, Untouchables. Here's the last two of these I have. Overkill Taken Over, and this is on pink marbled vinyl. Pink marbled vinyl, $34.99 for Overkill Taken Over. Those are $34.99. And my last copy of 90s Movie Hits Collected. These are $46.99. New release from last week, $46.99. James Bragg wants a Bush live in Tampa. Jamie Miller, we've already got Erasure pulled for you. One more rundown on this crate. 90s Movie Hits Collected. Overkill Taken Over is Testament numbered. No, this is the most recent press. When Music on Vinyl first did this, it was numbered and limited and colored. This is the unlimited, what I call an unlimited version, meaning they'll press as many as they need to. Still limited, probably, but not actually numbered. $48.99. Korn Untouchables, Iggy and the Stooges, Judas Priest, Sisters of Mercy, Warrant, Pink Floyd, Hootie and the Blowfish, Rush. Wait till y'all see my Rush bins over here. It looks so pretty. I'm going to take some pictures out. I'm waiting for Fly By Night. We're getting more Fly By Nights in tomorrow. And the only one I don't know about right now is if we're getting any more Rush rediscovered. I know Fly By Nights are coming back in tomorrow. I have a feeling we'll be able to get more Rush rediscovered. Smashing Pumpkins, Credence, Whiplash, Marvin Gaye, Black Sabbath, Tonic, Tedeschi Trucks, Aretha, Bowie, Ghost, Cake, Steve Vai, Cinderella, Steel Panther. Let me see what I've got going over here. There's that crate, Here's tonight's newest new vinyl. I usually show this at the beginning and the end of the feeds, and usually when we start part two. But tonight we only had one crate and there's not enough left. I'm really surprised these are still here. Stadium Arcadiums, Red Hot Chili Pepper, 4 LP box. Those are $99.99. Paranoid is $29.99. Kanye West is $49.99. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. 2 copies of the Weezer Blue album, $33.99. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, $36.99. The Dixie Chicks Essentials, $44.99. Shania Twain Self-Titled, $33.99. Def Leppard Hysteria, $49.99. The Cult Electric Peace, $36.99. And Overkill Feel the Fire. That's on green marbled vinyl, $29.99. Dale Cooper says he'll take a Paranoid. Those are right here. Presto. No, that's where they stopped. They stopped at Presto. I hope they're on their way. But they've done Self-Titled, Fly By Night, Caress of Steel, 2112, Moving Pictures, Signals, Hemispheres, Farewell to Kings, Hold Your Fire. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Then they did one live. They did Exit Stage Left. We're still waiting on All the World's a Stage. And they've done something else too. I feel like I'm forgetting something, as I usually do. That's a lot of Rush albums to name off. Dale Cooper says, I'll take it. That was Paranoid. And Derek Bowman wants a Shania Twain. Yeah, Grace Under Pressure, which I don't know if they pressed those. I may not have those back ordered, because for some reason that album don't sell as good. I don't know why. Power Windows. Yes, Power Windows. I don't know why that one doesn't sell as well, but it doesn't. So, yeah, I'll roll the card over there during part two. I can't right now. We're kind of got wires hooked up to everything, but we're going to pause there. I don't want to get started in another crate because it's 6 minutes till anyway. We'll say it's 10:30. We're going to pause there. It feels like it's so much earlier because we've spring forwarded, you know. It feels like it's 9:30 to me. James Bragg wants the Cult. Stadium Arcadiums are $99.99. James Bragg gets a Cult. We'll be back at 11 o'clock. Please come back. We're going to do on sale half off. couple more Japanese auctions. I've got 2 more crates of new arrivals. I don't know if I'll go through all of them, one of them, half of one, and then we might even do a recap and see if there's anything from part 1 that you want to make an offer on. Y'all know the drill. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. I've got to eat the second part of my supper, and then we'll do half off as well. So we'll have a lot of stuff to show. If anybody else needs anything, let us know right now. If not, we'll be back in 30 minutes. Please come back and find us. If not, you'll wake up in the morning and regret it after you watch the replay. You'll be like, yep, I knew I should have missed. Okay,